shining in the light. You say the world is turning, but I can't feel the spin. Show me where the truth begins, let it pull me in. I've been lost in the silence, waiting for a change, caught in the middle of a storm I can't explain. Show me the way to rise above. Show me the strength that comes from love. I've been walking in the shadows, chasing dreams I can't define. Show me the truth, give me a sign. Every question that I ask echoes back to me. In a world that's moving fast, can we still be free? You said there's more than meets the eye, more than we can see. But the deeper that I dive, the harder it can be. I've been lost in the silence, waiting for a change, caught in the middle of a storm I can't explain. Show me the way to rise above.
Yeah, Brainiacs.
Show me the strength that comes from
Oh man, I'm trying to unwind here. I'm cranked up on some mojo. I'm running on ibuprofen. I'm running on what's called ADP. I've got mojo. I've just Copenhagen emotions, feelings. Still not really feeling very well, but I think we'll make it tonight. Totally felt like shit on Monday. Nevertheless, we're back. See Erica, she's still broadcasting. I love that girl. She's brave. She's anchored tight down there in Florida. Whew. All of my family and friends down there. I'm I don't much pray, but I'm gonna tell you right now. All of my family, all of my friends are definitely at the forefront of my mind right now. Both in North Carolina, every single state that got smashed. They're getting smashed again. And looking out west, look at the other side of the imagery. We got fire. Fire, wait. Shit, we got states on fire. So, emergency situations, yo. On top of that is Word Dial Wednesday with open lines. We're going to have fun. We're going to try to go through some content. Probably contact Ava the AI. You name it, Brainiac. Buckle up. Welcome to the Matrix Minds, my friends. Let's go right now.
We're living in a world of smoke and mirrors, lost inside the twisted game. But deep within we feel the shivers of a truth they cannot tame. Neon lights and coded lies try to keep us hypnotized, but the field begins to tear, and we're breaking out of their snare. Reality is spinning, the truth is descending. We're tearing through the great disguise, seeing past the grand illusion, breaking free from all their lies. Welcome to the matrix of minds. We see through the shadows, leave the lies behind, breaking the fabric of reality's hold. We're the matrix minds, brave and bold. In the digital storm we stand tall, unveiling secrets they can't hide. The power crumbles, we watch it fall as we tear through their divide. Electric whispers in the night try to keep us from the light, but our spirits won't be chained through the chaos we've reclaimed.
Hey, you.
Reality is bending, the truth is descending. We're tearing through the skies, seeing past the grand illusion, breaking
Now, let me
free from all
explain to you
their
what just
lies.
happened.
Welcome to the matrix of minds. We see through the shadows, leave the lies behind, breaking the fabric of reality's hold.
Oh, Brainiac, let's have some fun
minds,
here.
brave and bold.
What's up, Miss Michelle Noble's eye, my dear? Your studio is up. Studio's up now. What's up? What's up, Mr. Lee? Miss Kristen Harding. Miss Morgan Roundtree. Katie Schultz. Miss Lisa Ayo. What's going on, everybody? Yeah. Mr. Department of Defense. Yo. We're taking a stand with the Matrix minds hand in hand. Welcome aboard, pencil pushers. Yeah, Brainiacs. Look at this screen. It's all kind of lustered up. There, move this over there. Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Fade to Stay in the Matrix Minds version. Everybody, welcome to the Fade to Stay. Grab your cup of whatever the hell is that he drinks. I don't know. Probably alcohol. Jim Beam mixed with black bean, Black River, something. I don't know. Whatever. Man. When you've been coughing for like a week, I caught something on Friday night, man. It was right. It was not even 2 hours. 2 hours after the broadcast, I started going outside, cooked some bacon, and I just 2 hours, man. 2 hours. I started feeling like shit. Shout out to Socrates, Mr. Ground Pounder out there. I hope you're doing all right on the road. I hope you guys are staying very clear of Florida, as well as that mess. The mess and the catastrophe down in North Carolina, West Tennessee, or Eastern Tennessee, my bad. That, man, I'm going to tell you right now. I've got pictures. I'm a very intense energy guy. I'm a drummer. I cannot really hardly sit still. My emotions run high. My emotions run is just as high as my energy. And I shared some shit today with Kristen. She's just not a lot of people know about my personal life, and I try to keep it. Try to separate my personal life from the broadcast, and I kind of. I guess just have a separate life, and it's kind of hard whenever you make good friends on the broadcast. These guys, you guys are all, I call you my tribal circle. That's exactly what you guys are. But nevertheless, man, you guys just all become family to one another, and that's exactly what you've become to me. So whenever you guys ask me personal questions and things about my emotions, my world, the majority of you that are on my my friends list, man, you become really close to me. Socrates says a shot of tequila, Matt. No, I tell you what, I did go. I got in the living room kitchen in there. I've got a thing of Fireball, but I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been coughing so damn much here the last 4 days. It damn near hurts, man. It burns, man. I'm not lying. It hurts. It burns. So nevertheless, I was going to do this broadcast come hell or high water. There's things I wanted to share with you. I also want to make sure that the studio is up again. Is it up? Yeah, it's up. Miss Michelle Nobles, she was going to call in. She wanted to call in. It's fine. Charlene's Fireball. Fireball, baby! Yes! But again, man, you cough for so long, your esophagus burns, your bronchial tubes burn. It just hurts. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I got something on my wrist here that a really good friend of mine by the name of Rebel Rhea, she gave me a little tiger's eye bracelet. And that's what I've got right now. Where I'm wearing that. My crystal, I forgot to put my crystal on before sat down. But nevertheless, I'm all etherically protected. I do believe I've got you guys up in here. I'll send you a home remedy later, Maddie. Cool, man. Cool. Let's go. Keep going, man. Keep going through these comments. Daryl Milbauer, I hope you're doing well, buddy, down there in Texas. Miss Airbrush Michelle. Oh shit! Here comes the wifey treatment. Here we go. Okay. All right. So wife number 2 or 3 says, cayenne pepper stuck up my nose. Yeah. No. I am not gonna snort. Can you guys see that shit? Me grab a thing of I'll bust out my Ouija board, which is very old. I'll bust out my Ouija board. I'll just rail myself up some fucking cayenne pepper and rail that shit. That'll be the end of my stuffy nose now, won't it? Katie Schultz says take some MMS. Miss Katie, I don't know what MMS is, honey. I have no idea what MMS is. Miss Lisa, she's out in Texas today. Oh man. No, Michelle, I'm not going to rail cayenne pepper on the broadcast. Oh shit. Wow. Charlene says cinnamon clears that shit right out. I got, you know, maybe on the second half of the broadcast, we got somebody, we'll get somebody else up in here on the other side of the, what I want to talk about here. There's half the show. I'll do ward, you know, ward dial, get some other people. I'm really liable to go grab my my fireball. I'm not joking. Miss Rebel says Mullen's the best thing for any upper respiratory. And it beats taking sugar down fruit because natural sugar is just as bad as refined sugar, and it's got carbs and it causes a lot of issues. Well, I didn't really know that. I could not tell you how much damn Gatorade I have went through in the last 4 days. I'll bet you I have went through, I don't know. I know a 12-pack of the tall Gatorades. I mean, you name it. Whenever I am sick, I pump the fluids, man. You know what I'm saying? Charlie's all fired up. Pita, P-I-T-A store, Pita stores, right? Pita stores. Cut up some onion and honey and let it sit overnight. I've heard this. Let me stop this comment real quick. Right there. Cut up onion in honey and let it sit overnight, and then take a teaspoonful. You can also add some vodka to it if you like it, and it makes tinctures. So you say what? All right. So you're saying, all right, Peter. You saying to drink this shit? Is that what we're supposed to do? Because I've heard. Who was it? Miss Michelle Nobles had told me whenever her and I both see. I caught something on Friday, and she had already been starting to not feel good, but nevertheless, she said that she was taking some shit or she was making something along that line. There we go. Miss Katie dropped it. Miracle mineral solution. Honey, I have never heard that. Never heard of that. Truly. Socrates says I just sent you and posted it in the Matrix chat. All right, cool. Let me let's take a look at it, bro. What exactly? If you don't mind, I'll all right. Yes, drink it. All right, Peter. And by the way, you are new to this broadcast. I haven't seen you up in here, so welcome to the Matrix. Whatever's on your guys' mind tonight, PETA and anybody else, the broadcast, the studio number is down in the description of the broadcast. You also see it down below me. This is your all's night. And if I don't get any calls right within the first half hour, we're gonna take a break, and whenever we come back, I'm gonna end up war dialing those that are in my personal circle. Pretty much because I can't. Facebook won't let me just dial, and the studio don't have dial out numbers. So anything you guys want to discuss tonight, on top of the emergency situations that we're in right now, please feel free to drop it into the chat. We'll talk about it, or feel free to call the broadcast. And it is your guys' night. Tonight is your guys' night. Just let you know. Okay, let me see. So Peter says yes, you can drink it. All right. Airbrush Michelle, sea salt, rub some. All right, Rose CC says, rub some castor oil on your feet and sleep with your socks on. I have heard, but I'm not congested really. I've heard that you can do the rubbing of like Vicks Vapor Rub on your feet, right? As well as like stick an onion at the top of your head during bed. I've heard all kinds of things. Yeah. All kinds of things like that. Look, it's going down here. Steam an onion, place a towel over your head, and inhale the fumes. Holy shit. Miss Jenna. Don't burn your face. My mom did that for us. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. What happened to you? I burnt my face on an onion. Literally. Oh, man. We've got some doctors in the house up here. Yes, we do. And this is what makes you guys... I love you guys. You guys all help one another. For real. This is what it's all about. This is the come together moment. You know what I'm saying? This is what keeps me going. Literally. I have wanted to quit this broadcast so many times because of funding, because of lack of funding, lack of support, being censored. Look at what Erica's talking about. Look at what we're talking about. The emergency situation. Last I talked to her on her broadcast. Again, sweetheart's down there battling the storm. She's like right dead square in the front of a fucking window, and a hurricane like blowing at her back. Are you kidding me? So my God. So she got her together, man. Peter says, thank you, pleasure to be. You're welcome, man. Very much so. Pete with Peter Stores. I don't know, male, female. I have no idea, but whatever. You're more than welcome to be here. We appreciate you being here. Rebel says you cannot drink a tincture until it sits for 8 to 6 weeks. Which would know that? I ain't no god. I am no witch. Do I look like a damn witch to you, girly girl? No, I have to just listen to what y'all tell me. If you say drink the damn Beetlejuice, I'm going to drink the damn Beetlejuice. Government be over here in the right corner going, I don't think that's a good idea, Ton. No, don't think that's a good idea. But I be saying, but Peter and Charlene and Rebel and all the ladies say drink the Beetlejuice. I don't think that's a good idea. Shut up, Kamala. And I'd be down on that shit. I'm just me. Just down the fireball. I'm gonna go do that. Shit. Rebel, I love you too. I really do. You're amazing. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. This girl, beautiful, beautiful soul. The majority, in fact, I can't even say everything that I've got. I think she does it because we run her ad. But I love her to pieces, man. She has sent myself and my wife some absolutely beautiful, beautiful things, man. She went on vacation. Check this out. This is what I'm saying. This is what it's all about. Whenever she went on vacation, she thought about me. Okay? And I mean, I was chatting with her from time to time. She was sending me some amazing pictures of her vacation. And next thing you know, she brings me back some damn a beautiful coral necklace that she dove for. This is what I'm saying by you guys are just amazing, amazing people. You take care of one another. we've got an advocate up here, right there. I point at her name right now. She's saying enough about snot. She's my child advocate. She and I have ran for many years together, fighting for the children. And whenever we found out that save the children, where all of that influence went to, her and I's like, well, I think it was her idea. Took it to it by her own discretion. We're just going to change the damn hashtag to save our children. So to hell with save the children hashtag. No. It is save our children. Save our children hashtag. It is an independent hashtag. Now it's like 21 million strong, I think, Shar. But nevertheless, when we seen the orientation and where that funding was going, whenever everyone was advocating for save the children, we're like, oh hell no. And we put a stop to that shit real quick. We've got some really good ties with the Anons. I gotta say that. So shout out to the Wolfpack, as well as the literally anybody and everybody that pushes, and you'll be seeing me push Op Save Winter here right real soon, because excuse me, it's getting cold. Okay. So I don't give a shit. I don't myself can't take the donations. I won't take the donations. Like, you'll never see me or the Matrix, anybody here on the Matrix, really go pushing a GoFundMe of any type. This lady right here, Charlene, or me, or anyone else, we will put up a wish list. Okay, a wish list, like to Amazon or whatever. Damn it. So again, I don't take donations, she don't take donations, but we put together things that go directly to the family. Now, when it comes to Op Safe Winter, okay, an emergency situation, things like that, when it gets cold, you'll see me push the living shit out of the Op Safe Winter. That is an anonymous op, okay? Correlated with literally the emergency management system services don't like it, but however, we're going to do it regardless. So anything and everything you guys can donate, blankets, coats, socks, I mean everything, blankets, coats, socks, warming apparel, tents, anything like that, donate that shit. Take it. I don't give a shit if you take it to your local sheriff's department. Okay, take it to primarily your local shelter. Anyway, nevertheless, that's what I'm saying. This is what it's about, and this is what you're starting to really see this in North Carolina. Really starting to see this in North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, where it's you. It is you, the people, doing it. Okay? I've not really seen shit about FEMA. I've not really seen shit about the North Carolina emergency management, whatever. I've heard, because you guys know how I drive tractor trailer. My spirit is like in there just churning to go help these people. I've got family. I've got friends. From what I understand, there are a ton of help down there. Okay, am I needed down there? Not really. Would I be in the way? Probably so. Regardless of what I can do. I mean, I can drive excavators, I can run loaders, I can drive dozers, you name it. But I do believe I'm gonna take my dude, my boy Joe Gibson. Shout out to you, bud. I'm gonna take his advice. By the best thing that I can do is stay right here and advocate for those men and women on the ground and anything they need. Push it out as best I possibly can. I do possibly believe that my best place is right here in front of this mic. My soul though, I'm gonna tell you right now, my soul is hurting for these people. It absolutely is breaking for these people. And all I can say is those men and women that are doing what they do, so help me God, I cannot thank you enough. I've seen some shit, man. You know, running a large broadcast like the Matrix, I have got people that's sending me independent messages, and the stories, my God, the stories, the videos will absolutely break your heart. But again, there's hope, and the hope is you. You're the hope. So pat yourselves on the back. You guys are getting this shit done. Now, I don't really know the ins and the outs. Shark, she could probably tell you more about this than me. But nevertheless, I will tell you that they're trying. They are trying with every avenue that they possibly can to try to stop what's coming. All right, I'm telling you. I know she already knows she can. Spidey senses going on. This administration is trying every single thing, and they're pulling every card. They're pulling every string that they can to stop this up and coming election. All right, y'all know that. Now, from what I understand, again, Shark can tell you more than me. I don't know the ins and the outs. And if you feel froggy, Shark, I'll call you. Excuse me, and you can help me explain why we've got FEMA trying to get in the. From what I understand, for another fact check, you guys, we're all getting fact check on this bullshit of FEMA not helping. But I'm telling you, I've got. You know what? I've got to. Oh man, I'm going to be in tears. I'm literally going to be in tears. But I've got to share. I've got to share something with you that was sent to me that broke my heart, and it was a young lady that, and I was asked if I would share this, and I said I absolutely will share your content. I will share what you've got to say. No, not that one. Not that one. Hang on a second. I gotta find it. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Yeah, this is it. Yep, that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna share something with you. Brainiacs coming at you. I'm telling you right now. If you are compassionate, which the majority of I don't know anybody up in this chat that's not. I truly don't. I'm gonna play this young lady's video, and I'm gonna take Charlene's advice. I'm drinking my coffee, but I am gonna go grab my Fireball, and I'll sip my Fireball and drink my coffee and talk to you all. But I want you really, really, really to pay attention to this young lady's video. To me, it is absolutely important that you hear what she's got to say, because what she's got to say versus what mainstream says, I'm going to tell you right now, it is completely opposite. It is very, 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 very pertinent that you listen to this lady's. I'm telling you, please, if you don't hear anything, take this young lady's words to heart, okay? Because she means every damn thing she says. She said, I've got pictures, I've got video. I need you really, 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 Brainiacs, to pay attention to what this lady says, all right? And this is right here. This right here is one of the motivations that wanted me to get up off of my ass and do something about it, okay? So nevertheless, Brains, here she goes. Be prepared, I'm telling you right now.
If you have ever stepped foot in these Appalachian Mountains and hiked them, we need you here. We need foot. We need people on foot. If you have ever hiked the Rocky Mountains, get here. We need you. We need people experiencing hiking. There's only a few ways to these people. It is through foot, horseback, or helicopter. dirt bikes, ATVs, side-by-sides. If you have them and can get to East Tennessee or Western North Carolina, we need you. Do not listen to the news when they tell you that they don't want you, they don't need you. I'm telling you, I am here. I live here. I have been already. I'm telling you, we need you. We want you here. The hell with what FEMA says. The hell with what American Red Cross says. They're not here. I'm telling you, they're not here helping. It's been a week and they're not here. We need manpower. So if you are an experienced hiker, we need you in East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. If you are an experienced dirt biker, we need you. If you are experienced in ATVs, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, whatever, we need you. We cannot get automobiles up in there. Trucks is not an option. Cars is not an option. If you own private helicopters, we need you. If they threaten to arrest you, we got you as the American people. We need you. These people need saved. These bodies need to be brought down. It is not fair to these families that are looking for their missing loved ones right now, not to have closure. These bodies have got to be brought out of this mountain. You all got to understand, these towns smell like death. I've been down to the river. It smells like death. I've never in my life smelled that kind of death. I've smelled a body that was burnt, but it's a different kind of smell, and it's a smell I'll never forget. I have already seen bodies. I'm telling you, I've seen them from my own eyes. That is something I'm never going to forget, ever. But people's got to understand they're washing up on banks. This water has already reached Santee Cooper, South Carolina. Those people are not prepared for what they might possibly encounter, okay? There's a chance that bodies may wash up on their banks in Santee Cooper, South Carolina. They are trying to get them out of the water before they keep drifting. But there's so much we can do as American people because we don't have our military, and it's not their fault. The administration won't release them to us. They won't sign the orders. Guys, we've got to get manpower over here. There is people in those mountains. They are finding them every day that are still alive, and they've not had anything to eat or drink in a week. We need foot. People on foot. So please make this video go viral. Y'all done it before. Do it again. Share the crap out of this video, people. We need manpower. Don't listen to the news. Don't, because the news ain't telling the truth.
Well, there you go. There you have it, right? That right there, my friends, from what I understand, listen to what I'm saying. Listen clear. Anybody and everybody that shares anything remotely close to what that lady shared with me in a meme, you are being fact checked on it. You are being reprimanded for posting it, and I've even heard of people going into Facebook jail because of it. Are you kidding me? You literally seen a video where you've got a lady literally screaming. And when I first seen it earlier today, I lost my shit. Because I do everything that she was asking for. I raced motocross. I drive heavy equipment. You name it. Do you see what I'm saying? So where is it? Where the fuck are they? If we've got videos being released like this recently, and then the administration's like, oh man, this is unbelievable, right? Me and Shar's kind of coined the phrase because a lot of us, you can't not make this shit up. Where the fuck are we at? Where are we at? I mean, last I checked, I'm on third rock from the sun, where we care about one another. We do love one another. But the people in charge here, I don't believe that these are people. They can't be people. Charlene's telling me to call her. I do believe this. Gosh, damn it. studio is up. Oh man, I did again. Again, I'm not doing this because I'm going to just enjoy it. I'm doing this because I'm still getting over the septic face. Yes, Michelle. Yes, in any kind of content like that. Again, how do you get fact checked on shit like that? These people, you know, the Kamala Harris. I shared something. Let me 1 second, Shar. I will ring you. I shared something earlier on the Matrix that Dan Bongino had put out. Shout out to by the way, Dan. I gotta say, bro, you were like gun ho.
Kamala, unless you're down.
There we go. Check this shit out. Gotta give a shout out to Dan Bongino before I give you a ring here, Shar. But I will. I promise you, I will. Maybe you can help everybody make sense as to why they are trying to drag this bullshit out and say, no, you all don't go down there. We got this. When it's obviously obvious. It is obviously obvious that they don't have it. Now, again, we've got good friends streaming right now on the same goddamn network that are hunkered down having a hurricane party. They're like, I'm not leaving. Again, to me, that's crazy. But I love them. I love them all for that. This is my home. I'm not leaving. Okay. I mean, Morgan Roundtree and her better half James and I'm sorry, better half Morgan is like, oh hell no. They've been through Katrina. They're like, fuck it, we're out of here. If something massive like that comes again, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to be caught in that. These storms right now are absolutely monstrous. Monstrous. Now I gotta share Dan with you right real quick. I'll tell you right now, he absolutely just lights a fire. And I look at him, he's pissed. And I'm gonna tell you, you gotta get to listen to him, because I'm gonna tell, yeah, Dan's pissed off, and here we go. Listen to Dan.
Here's DeSantis telling Kamala, unless you're down here to make decisions and allocate resources, stop wasting my mother time and calling us. You're wasting our time. Listen to this.
My focus has not been on dealing with Kamala Harris. I saw the news report. I didn't know she tried to contact me. But I'd also say it's not about you, Kamala. Right. It's about the people of Florida. My focus is exactly where it should be. And I can tell you this. I've worked on these hurricanes under both President Trump and President Biden. Neither of them ever tried to politicize it. She has never called on any of the storms we've had since she's been vice president until apparently now. Why all of a sudden is she trying to parachute in and inject herself when she's never shown any interest in the past? We know it's because of politics. We know it's because of her campaign. I have zero time to entertain these political games. We're going to continue to do what we need to do to prepare and respond to what may be one of the most damaging storms in the history of the United States. So she says focusing on protecting your people is selfish. I think she ought to look in the mirror.
Verdict is in. Kamala sucks. That is how it's done. They've got electrical linemen. Heroes, by the way.
There you
Love
go.
you guys and ladies out there. To the linemen out there getting ready to restore power to the state of Florida, God bless you. God bless you. To all the truckers out there getting ready, lining up, getting ready to restock the stores so people down here can eat and get gas again. Woo-woo. God loves you. We love you, man, our audience. Thank them in the chat. Thank them in the chat, because that's what we do here. America's full of heroes who work every day. And these asshole politicians are not them. Are not them. This is how you prepare a state for a disaster. You get out there in front of the people every. What's Kamala Harris doing? She's faking a Jamaican accent, drinking beer on Stephen Colbert's show. Folks, the Democrats hate you. I am sorry. Thank you, folks in the chat. I really appreciate it. You guys are good folks. I meant it. And you linemen and you in the chat and you truckers out there, know we love you. You work for a living. By the way, I don't care what your party registration is. I care that you work for a living, okay? I care that you work for a living. I want you to know you always have a home here.
Right.
I come from a family of people who work for a living. My dad was a plumber. My mom worked at checkout counter in a finest supermarket. My brother's an electrician. I was a cop. My other brother was an agent. We're not some family of silver spoon babies. I get it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell him, Dan. Oh, my God. Brains. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here to this screen right about here. I do it. Right here. And I'm going to be able to look at pandering. I'm going to, let's see, one second. I saw Trump letting linemen stay at one of his hotels for free. I didn't know that. I don't know that. Did anyone ever hear the cars not starting in the Florida area? AAA had floods. I've heard that. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. All right, so I guess I'm gonna, go into Messenger here. All right, and I guess try to ring Charlene. She's ring me, call me. So brace yourself. Get Miss Jersey Girl up in here. I can't even say Jersey Girl anymore. Although I know her heart is in Jersey. Pennsylvania girl. Jersey girl. Pick up the phone. Talk to me. Let me know why they're trying to get this damn election cut off. There we go. All right.
Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. Just turn down your thing.
I did. I switched it.
All right, good. All right, I'm going to take a shot of Fireball, shut my mouth for a minute, and let you tell me why. Why are they?
Why what?
Why are they not letting
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's an echo.
Yeah, it was me. It's all right. I had to fix it. Listen, y'all knew this was coming. Everybody knew what was going on. There's experiments running everywhere. How can you have, okay, first of all, we're all screaming our government sucks. We're all screaming we don't need FEMA. So FEMA's not there now. Your government's not there now. So now they want to see what the people are going to do and how they're going to pull it together, right? Isn't that how it's supposed to work? So what you do have right now out there, and I'll tell you how this happened. I got a phone call from people asking, hey, Char, we want to give the Red Cross, or who do we give to?
Right.
Not the Red Cross.
Right.
Not even to whoever is through these agencies, right? So I know that Randy Scott Davis is in that area in North Carolina. I called Randy. I said, listen, I have about 15 people that want to donate. Who do we give to? You're there, boots on the ground. Let me know. He said, give me a minute. So he gets back to me and he gives me the two agencies to give to. I wouldn't say agencies. I'll say the two groups, people's groups, which is the Cajun Navy and the SRT, that he knows we're personally doing it on ground. So I got with them. We shared it out and we got it moving with them also. So I gave it to you in your chat, Matt,
right,
of who that, because we know that they're going directly in. They're showing what they're doing. They're being transparent. They're doing lives on it. They're showing you as it's being brought into the different stations. They're showing you how it's going out. They're using four-wheelers. They're even pulling stuff up like with ropes to wherever they can't even reach. Okay, so they're getting to the high tops. And these guys are out there just by volunteering. So, and they're going directly to hubs. So if they have a hub that puts a call in, what they're looking for, they have it in their warehouse, they're taking it to the hubs will get it out from there. So you'll have to look at Cajun Navy's doing an exceptional job out there, and so is SRT. So those two places right now are right in there, and they are huge. And they're people helping people is basically what's happening with them. But it kind of right now, it's kind of more organized throughout the whole state.
Right.
But now they have this one right behind it. What they're doing is drop-offs, I believe, are in Louisiana. So now they're moving stuff from Louisiana, and they're waiting for Florida to calm down, and they'll all be moving in, helping in there too. So they kind of have their processes down, which is great. Great. And I'm going to say this too. Talking about processes, right? And you'll see the people helping people in parking lots. I gave you all those too.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk about the bad, but show the good too, please. You can't. The communities have come together. They're organized together, and this is going to be a big impact. Is right, because that just showed we the people is, we can unite, we can bring it through, and that they want to stop the election. They have
Sure.
to throw in the we're trying to throw in the Emergency Act, right? So if they throw in the Emergency Act, that would cause a big chaos, because then that puts FEMA in full control, which we don't want. But there was an executive order to block FEMA, but somehow that got bypassed when Biden got in. But did he really get in? I don't know. Just saying. So if you listen to how it's really going on the, I think it's a 1383, that's the executive order Trump put in of the stolen election. All of the assets will be seized. And that is where we're at now, right? So also you have the quantum system that has to kick in. Quantum system is just not a computer system. The
No.
quantum system is our whole system, and right, our whole system. So when we're talking about experiments and solutions, how do we work these solutions through? They have to work them out in real time, because they have to analyze each situation, where it's going in each state. We've been watching this happen, right? And how they have to break it through where there's more than one solution. So this all has to be put in their stats. This all has to be brought back and brought out correctly. Let me say stats and correctly don't usually go the way they're supposed to, because they're all manipulated unless you do them yourself. So which is what we have done, right? Through Family Forward Project, we did our own stats to bring them through.
You had to.
And-
We had.
Yeah.
There's a need to for
Absolutely.
our record.
And that's what we did. But also what we have is connections, right? When we're talking about interconnected and we are all one is absolutely correct also. We have interconnected, right? So through Matrix Minds, let's say, we have for years been out here, right, with you, Matt. So we have people that we have established, I'm going to say roots with, right? So we bring in root, right? So our roots that we've had out here, if we have something that we need, or we know we need help with, or they need help with, we tag team.
Yes.
So we just tag team, and I'm going to let you know this, Matt. We just, I reached out to you because I ran into a little bit of struggle. But one of the guys that was with us was Nico, and we helped Nico along the way through what he was doing with his protests and how he was maneuvering. And he had become pretty big, throughout the nation, right? He traveled all over with the anti-mask, anti-vax. So I got a phone call from him, I'm going to say a week ago, with one case which involved a father from Zimbabwe, a mother from South Africa. Their child was taken. Boom, we get the child back in 2 days. Then we run into situations, and ICE now has the father. See how they did that? So then I get another one just on Friday now. I get a phone call on Friday. And that was Navajo Indian tribe. Children were with the aunt, 3 children. Mom died. Aunt had them for 11 years. The CPS was rolling in on them, and they were afraid. The father came in with CPS that has not seen them in 11 years to take the children. Why did he want the children? He wanted them for their survival benefits and stipend. Hear that. Survival benefits and stipend. So therefore, what we did was we worked with, I call her Twinkle, which is the cousin to these kids, and we made sure that they were secured. That she put her paperwork in correctly. They literally held the kids home so that CPS couldn't swoop in on them. We put our filings in on Monday, and Twinkle won. Her family won. So we managed to break through Navajo tribe, but not break through. We managed to make the tribe hold its weight on their tribe. Okay. So you heard that, right? So CPS could not come in on the tribe. So new tribe rules that were set in place through the oversight committee and hearings actually worked in our favor. And that just happened today. I showed you that. That's an excellent move for the tribe. So Navajo tribe just kept their family together.
That's like someone trying to take a child from Cherokee Nation. That
Well,
shit, that
it's
shit
tribe.
don't work
That's tribe.
like
That's
that.
Indian tribe. Tribe is tribe,
Yeah,
right?
it don't
So
work.
I mean, when you're working with tribals and you know when there is it's a whole separate court, a whole separate way now in our systems where they broke free of it, and there's tribe nation, right?
Right.
So the oversight committee of the United States had made it that tribe has their own that they deal with. So and also it's called tribe bond, right? So because of the 11 years of the aunt keeping them in the schools doing what they're doing, even though mom died, aunt actually had gotten because of the tribe bond to keep the children. So that was pretty exciting for me today. It was actually very exciting that we managed to pull it through. And that was Nico that helped us do that today. So, but we haven't heard from Nico in a while. He's been on a hiatus. He's been working on himself. And this is how it works, though. People would just pop out of the blue and be like, hey, what do we do now, right? How do I do this? So the thing is not for you to do it, but to teach them how to do it, right? Tools. So anything that you may have, any skill you may have, and anyone that you know that may need your help in your skill, just make sure you advise them on how to do it, how to bring it through, and it can happen, right? That's people helping people, and it works. It really does.
Where
I'm
we're
not a
at.
Debbie Downer. I don't believe in it. I believe in we are positive. We will make it happen. Tell us what we got to do. Where do we have to go? We're going to make it happen.
It's where,
okay?
it's where we're at right now. I mean, that's exactly
And that's what
where
we
we're
have
at.
to do. We have to keep pushing this through no matter what it is, as people helping people. And the establishment, I'm going to say the government and the ABCs, 123s, and everybody that's out there, you know, we've been fighting them for a long time, the lobbyists and everything. You see us up on what we were just in DC on foot. You know, we were grassroots lobbyists for the HB 8866, and that's for the advocacy bill. The advocacy bill that's going in would be from the Family Forward Project. We are doing full training to train advocates. We're building our own army, right? So we're right now we're at about 150, but we're throughout the nation and we're international. So that's so that our voices can show the corrupt system and that we are here to help break through that, right? So we tag teamed. We're all tag teaming everywhere right now. We're pulling people, all advocates that are out there are all uniting, and for the families and for the children, no matter who they are, where they're at, we're all pulling together at this point in time and working together for the families. Which is you know, people, it's not going to work. No, it's working. Okay, that's how it works. Doing the paperwork behind it, doing the testing, doing the this and that, getting into DC, bringing through the stories, bringing through the families, advocating for the families, which, as you know, through Magic's Minds, we had brought Cash Gurney's Justice Family, and we brought through Logan's, that's our little Batman's Justice Family, and we're doing great, which their little voices hold a lot, because they're not here with us no more, and we call it Angel Lane. So Angel Lane is two of the biggest stories out here in the media. So they do hold weight, and we are pulling through. So at this point, I'm telling you guys, don't be Debbie Downers, okay? You have to pull this through and being positive. If you want to stay in the negative, you're going to stay there. Pull yourself out of that. If any little thing that you can do to change something, just do it. That's all. We're not asking you, listen, if you're going to hold a sign somewhere in a corner because something's happening and you do it, just do it, you know? And it's working because there's more of you out there that you don't realize is behind you in the same situation. We feel you, we know you, we see you, right? We're here. We are here. There's millions behind you. Just realize that. All you have to do is tag in on someone. You might have something you need help with. Let us know, and we're out there. We'll connect you to whoever you need to be connected to. I'm sure we have a resource somewhere. We have a big network that we have been working with. You know, these cybersecurity and the internet has been a very big help. Algorithms. You kicked in that algorithm. When we kicked in hashtag Save Our Children, that happened by accident because the Save the Children, when that was coming out in the beginning, people were asking, well, we cannot do this, but can we donate somewhere? So when you went to the site of Save the Children, actually was the Blue Hats, right? That's our peacekeepers that were raping children. So do you want to give the money to the Blue Hats that are raping the children? No. So we had to put a stop to that and redirect. So at that point in time, it was Save Our Children. That way they did not go to that website and give to the same people that were trafficking the children and the people.
Right. Right.
Which is now at 21 million. You hit that on the spot. It's 21 million.
Well,
We started out.
I keep a look at it. I keep a look at it. I definitely keep a look at it.
Yeah. Well, Save Our Children, and that's the big issue, because listen, our children cannot do this. We have to do this. We know it. We have the knowledge. We have the wisdom. It's our generation has to break this through. Our children have not a clue. Why? Because they threw them on these tablets. They threw them on these
Video
games.
Yeah.
They have not a clue. Okay. So the only one that's here is, we say, the Generation X versus Generation Z, right? So Gen X is busting it through, but also just it's just how the maneuvering is happening right now on all of us working together and what we can do at the time.
Yeah. Ms. Morgan nailed it when she says, teach a man to fish.
And they eat forever. Yes.
Yeah. Teach a man to fish.
Feed him a fish, they eat for a day, right? So that's absolutely correct, Morgan. We have to give them the tools, because not only that, we have to bring these young guns, I call them. The young guns have to be taught. The young guns, we have to get it in their heads. Listen, my own son, and I'm not exaggerating this at all, thought I was a nut job. Am I kidding, Matt?
No.
One day he sat in the middle of the living room, pulled a chair in the middle of the living room, and he started crying.
Michael.
He said, Mom, I am so sorry. I am sorry that I didn't listen to you. Okay? Because they thought I was a nut job. All right.
This is a true story, man. She called me. They both. I was listening. I was there. I was there when this happened.
And that was that we were trying to educate our younger generations on, listen, don't do this, don't do that. They're tricking you. They're doing this to lure you. They're doing this so that you do break the rules. Listen, it's a setup to fail. Stop. They're setting you up to fail. And when you try and express that or try to stop that, you're considered either a bitch, a nag, a nut job, okay? Meaning being as a mother, you know? But no, it wasn't a bitch, a nag, or a nut job. Okay, I was an informer at the time to stop situations that we knew could happen, because we already had the information on it. But because it wasn't out here and the mainstream media had switched it on us and made us all look like that, yes, that's what our kids knew, right? Or do know. Some still do, go by that. A lot of people go by that. You know that. But now I have situations that are going in my own personal life. I have 2 of my children that were vaxxed, but they were grown, and they didn't even want to tell me, because of the situations at their work or whatever they were into, they had it done. They didn't tell me until after they had issues. Now all of a sudden we have to clean it up. So they're thrown in the abyss. Now we have to pull them out, right? Got medical issues from vaxes, and I'm going to say it out loud.
Scary,
now I have to deal with it. I have to deal with it.
Sure.
And it's true.
We get fact checked at a fart. Sure, a fart sometimes stinks.
Yeah.
It does. A fart sometimes stinks. But if you put it down, let's just say the fart was a Category 5 hurricane, and you're trying to say, well, this fart's going to be extremely stinky. It possibly could be manipulated. It could be whatever. The moment you start saying shit, these fact checkers come out of woodwork. And yet you're telling me you're down there in the midst of the fart. You're like, yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. We need help trying to contain this fart. But yet we got emergency management, blah, blah, blah. And again, you got all these people up here in the chat that are trying to share. And it's like the tech world is against them, because they're being fact checked, they're being blacklisted, they're being shadow banned, they're being
absolutely
completely
absolutely
fucked
now
with.
Not only that, but if you look at, okay, I always say look up contracts, look up patents, right? So the contracts have already been set in place for these lands that they're overtaking right now.
Right.
Look up the patents on how they're doing it, right?
Right.
And then look up what they're doing it for. So, I mean, this is all planned. This is all, what they needed to do to move on. And you have the evil of this world that are going to do it. And what are they doing it for? They're doing it for lithium, they're doing it for quartz to feed a chip. So that chip will eventually end up in your child's body if it isn't already. Okay? That chip will make your child a cyborg. Think of that. When we say save our children, that's how far you're going. Your child will be owned by that company. Think about it. And you're talking about, we were also talking about ABCs and what was it, the 123 group crossing over with the Ancestry, right? And the whole board left.
Oh,
Yeah, they
God.
did. Yeah, they did.
Oh,
But
God, yeah.
Ancestry.com had people send in their DNA.
What the
Why
hell
would
was-
they do that?
3,
right?
2, what was that?
Was it
3, 2,
1,
1,
2,
and
3?
that's it.
3,
1,
2,
2,
1.
3 and me.
Yeah. Yes. So now you have the Ancestry.com that just did everybody's DNA, right? So now they have the DNA, they have your search, they know who they're looking for, they know who they're not looking for, right? See how they did that? But then all of a sudden the whole board just dips out. But come to find out, the two board leaders that are left on each side are related. The only ones left.
Targeted genocide.
Absolutely.
Let me say that again.
In one way or another.
Targeted genocide.
In one way or another. They're going for it.
Yeah.
They're going for it, no matter what. And if they want that land that you live on, they don't care what they got to do to get it.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They're burning it down and flooding it out. This is how it's been throughout history.
Mm-hmm.
They want it, they're going to get it. Now we're talking about we the people. Now you had heard Trump say that we're going to have new lands, we're going to have flying vehicles, we're going to have electric vehicles, we're going to have this, we're going to have that. Well, the only way that could be possible is how they have to wipe them all out first, right?
That's right.
All has to be. So now they just and now, oh, here you gave me something today. This was a Cat 6, right?
Yeah.
Did you find a Cat 6 on a scale anywhere?
No.
Because it doesn't exist. Okay, they still, even if it did reach that, they're not going to give it to you anyway. They have to keep it at a Cat 5. Cat 5 is the highest that's on the insurance policies. A Cat 6 doesn't exist on an insurance policy. Check it out. It's not on the scale. If they throw it at a Cat 6, then they have to pay for everything. Okay?
Right.
So they will downgrade it. And I said this, Matt, watch, it's going to downgrade it. Ain't going in as a 6, as they're saying. It's hyped at a 6. There's no such thing. I showed you there's no such thing as a 6. It's not going to happen, right? So you have people now, they're even writing out their insurance policies and they're saying they're for flooding. You can't put flooding. You have to watch your wording and how you're putting in your claims, right? It has to be like hurricane forced situations. Right? If you put in flooding, you're not covered.
Right.
No such thing as flood insurance in those areas. But hurricane forced rain or hurricane forced water is covered. Figure that out. See how they're even playing on that. The tricks of the trade, right?
You know, you remember me telling you that there's a metaphysical aspect to all of this? Miss Michelle, hang on, Airbrush Michelle just nailed it. She's like, they're trying to get everyone's frequency, okay? And I'm going to go in and add to this. She says they're trying to get everyone's frequency, and I'm going to add emotions higher than that on 9/11. I cannot disagree with that.
I agree. Yes, and that's the psyop right now, right?
Yeah.
Is to get everybody in their panic mode or their trauma mode. Because when you're going in trauma mode, okay, you're going to shut down. Right now, everybody's in fight or flight, right? When your fight or flight situations of PTSD is kicking in. A lot of triggers are kicking in for people, and then they want you in a trauma mode that you shut down. You listen, right? That's what they're looking for. Shut down and listen to me. No, we're not shutting down and we're not listening. We're fighting.
Yes, Elizabeth. Elizabeth Ann says, I'm just so sick of being sick of all of the bullshit. Sweetheart, we
But
are all sick. We are all sick of the bullshit.
but what they want you to do when you get sick of the bullshit is just to shut up and do what they say.
Yeah, wrong. That ain't
Okay,
gonna
you
happen.
get it.
Yeah.
Right. Either you're going to be out here and do something or just shut up and do nothing, but doing nothing is just as complicit, right? So that's why we're saying that. And I'm not putting anybody down, but that's what they want. They want that. That's their tactic, right? That's what they use with CPS too with parents.
Right.
They want to wear them. They want to wear them down so bad that they just give in, right? You either hand over your child or we're putting you in a mental institution. You hand over your child, we're putting you in jail. It's a forced tactic of trafficking.
See,
You know, and that's what we're dealing with.
Let me throw this out there because you and I, you know that whenever you and I both were really diving into it and really couldn't take our gloves off until our kids were of age. You remember that? I told you. I said, now that Matthew.
I kept going. I took my gloves off years ago. I didn't care who's in my way.
Well, the way I do this, there was no way. There's no way.
I didn't wait.
I couldn't.
I kept going.
So now that Matthew is 19 plus, right? The gloves are off, and I'm willing to. I am absolutely willing to go to hell and die for every single child that has ever been raped, beat, whatever. I absolutely would take it all for them.
The fight is real.
Gosh,
the fight is real.
The fight is absolutely real, and we're seeing.
All right, because now they want to take these children and all these processes and everything because they need test subjects, right? Test subjects in everything. They're going to advance through the world. Okay? So the orders that are coming down on experiments, who the hell are they going to use to experiment on unless they have these kids, right? And our kids are big, huge experiments in this.
Right.
I mean, when you have 400,000 children missing in the USA and we don't know where they're at, yeah, there's a problem. I'm going to tell you why there's a problem. Because if you look into the missing children's hub or their station, you have 6 people behind those computers. You heard me, right? 6.
Listen to what she's about to say.
The missing child stations, 6 people. You have 400 children missing and you have 6 people sitting behind computers. How does that happen? Because they don't want them to be found.
How many reports on their computers? Tell her just to
They won't even listen. It's out there on YouTube. Y'all can go look at it because they brought in how they were doing, how the process. And you have other companies right now that are kicking in to help them is what's happening. You have independents that have decided to kick in. And right now, anybody that's trying to help is also being attacked. We know that. We know that we all have to be careful. We know that what we're doing and where we're walking is on eggshells. Right now, we had taken it at a higher level. We're in international, we're in cyber, we're in national, and that's through the Family Forward Project. Connie was retaliated. She was a lawyer. She was disbarred. They gave her fake felony. She beat them. She's exonerated. We're moving on. We're going to the higher level. She put in a $520 million lawsuit against the state of Tennessee. That's so that she could expose them.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll come out. She's not afraid to do that. Now, if you look at, there's 16 bills that are put in. One of them is ours, which is the HR 8866. And that's so the advocates can be a voice and part of the reforms, right? So we have our foot in the door. We are a voice to the reforms. Not only that, but we can help advocate with the other people in the bills that may not be done correctly. We can say, listen, this needs to be changed. That needs to be changed. This is still a government tactic you threw in here. We need to change that, right? So when you're working behind the scenes or you're filing these motions or filing this stuff to change all this per state now, per county, or you have to bring a case and your case is your reference in how that didn't work and this is why it needs to change. That's what we're exposing right now. And it's being done.
Yeah.
Besides that, we have angels out here. We know it and it's working.
We do.
That's yes, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
But all right, is there anything else you need, Matt? Like right now?
No. Other than I want to go back to the emergency situation real quick.
I need you to get the ones that I just dropped you is the people that are helping in North Carolina. I brought you videos on that, and I just brought you two wish lists through Amazon. One is the Cajun Navy. and they are doing incredible out there, no matter where they're at. And the other one is SRT, the SRT group. Both of them are working as we the people and their feet on the ground, and they're doing exceptional. I mean, there's big companies right now that are kicking in with them.
I want you to share with everybody why again they are trying so very hard and desperately to keep people out of these emergency situations, to let them escalate, to let them build, and saying they've got it handled when they really don't fucking have it handled.
Well, it's stand our ground, right? So if we can keep your house, we can get you the equipment to clean out the mold, to clean out the mud, you're standing your ground, right? So that's basically what's happening. If not, whoever wanted that is coming in and just bulldozing it. It's gone. That's what they wanted, right? Or they want you to die there. They want you to die. You're going to starve. You're going to die, which we told everybody it's going to happen. Please prepare. But listen, even if you are prepared, it got washed away, right? They could have had a full stock in those houses and it's gone.
Right.
What good was it?
Absolutely.
You know? But the ones that are still there are standing their ground. And they're united as we the people. And you'll see how they're doing it right now. I brought out some videos on that to show you their unity. And they are standing ground. And also, when you're talking about these different situations that are happening, when you have people out here yelling, I'm sovereign citizen. There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. We are the republic. We are not a democracy. When you look at how this is all rolling right now, right? So these people that are yelling, but I don't have to listen to that law because I'm a sovereign citizen. That doesn't apply to me. It doesn't apply to you, but then you can't use anything else then. Okay? Which way does it go? You want to use this because it's to your advantage, but you don't want to use this when it's against you. Which way does that go? Right?
Right, absolutely.
So when you're talking about solutions, it's what we're talking about in the quantum system. There's just more than one solution to problems. Everybody's family is a different dynamic. Every person is different. If we were all the same, we'd have Stepford wives, right? Time to make the donuts. Ding, ding, let's go make dinner. No, it doesn't happen like that. Okay? Everybody's different. Everybody out here has their thing. Everybody has their way. If you want them to come in and control it, then that's what's going to happen. When those chips are in these hands of our children, and I cannot express that enough. We went through this years ago. Okay, they already trying to turn them into cyborgs just from having them tablets, the computers, and the phones in their hands, right? You're a walking cyborg because you are one with that device. You are depending on that device. When they put that chip in their hands, just like they do with the dog, so you can find your dog, right? See how they already experimented on it? Oh, they could find my dog. Oh, they could just scan my dog and they know who it is. They already did all that, right?
Oh yeah.
So
but it goes,
next is your child.
But it goes further than that. They're doing that for another reason, because we have covered high intensity electronic device tracking down to a biological level.
Absolutely,
okay?
Down to every drop in your body is sold already. It's sold.
So to hell with worrying about. To me, I'm doing research right now as a computer guy on why. Because here's the thing. There's a difference between quantifiable. Okay, let me get this correct. There's a difference between the way quartz, a specific version of quartz, silicone, and something else works together. There's
vibration.
Right, but there's a specific reason. They're trying to drill and get the specific quartz. Okay, there's what's known as the D-wave quantum machine. Okay, soon everybody's going to have quantum-based laptops, quantum-based computers. But but here's the thing: that machine takes a specific type of quartz, a high resonance quartz. Okay, and I'm going to bring something out and I'm going to show you how sensitive that is. And I'm going to tell you why. And we had already gone through this, Matt. I was thinking of black boots. How many years ago? I was thinking of it. Never said it out loud. 8 years ago, probably?
Yeah, never put it in my phone, nothing. All of a sudden, I go in my timeline everything that's coming up is black boots.
Sure.
How did that just
because
happen?
it's reading your biological being, Shar.
Okay, then I'm walking out one day on my deck, and I'm talking to Matt, and I'm smelling garlic. It's really strong. I'm like, I'm smelling garlic, and I'm smelling pretzels. He literally pulls up, and this is not a joke. Literally pulls up a bag. He goes, "What did you just say?" I'm like, "Matt, I am smelling garlic and pretzels so damn bad right now." And he says, and he's eating them. Am I
Right.
kidding?
No.
I don't know how it happened.
No, there's no
it
joke.
just happened. Okay. So can they pull it through? Yes. Okay. I've had a lot of weird incidents like that. So I say sometimes Char don't say it out loud or don't think it,
Right.
because it's getting it. It's picking it. But sometimes I do it on purpose just so it does, so that way I'll put it in my favor. So I keep the positive thinking, keep the positive attitude, and keep it going. I don't dwell on the past. I don't dwell on anything. It's a matter of moving, right? You got to keep moving. Once you throw that rock into that water and that ripple keeps going, you got to keep rolling with that ripple.
Right.
If you stop it, it's stagnant. And stagnant water, you go nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So we've thrown a lot of stones in here. We have a lot of ripples, and those ripples are really working, guys.
Yeah.
And that's because of all of you. At one point in time, there was 2,500 people in these chats, and then there was and Facebook had put the squash on a lot of that. There's other platforms that we had worked with that they had put a squash on too, and that was because they knew what we were doing. We were bringing out the real. One time there was 10,000 in here. I'm not, shit you not. Am I kidding, Matt?
No.
Okay. So that was because back then when the leaks were dropped, or the people were speaking about the real and the leaks, that were connected to it, we were bringing it through real, right? And that's when everybody would come in and be like, wow, it's really happening. Yes, it is. Pay attention. And then everybody started coming in with us at that point in time. We had people from all over, every kind you can imagine, were in here. But when you have now that kind of a hub, right? Eventually those people are still out there, and we are still connected, and they know what to do or who to reach for in any situations that we're put in connections, and we help each other out to lift us to the next level that we need to get to, hopefully for success in whatever we're trying to do. Am I right, Matt? Like
No,
I
you're
said, just what
absolutely
happened over the last week. If we didn't tag team in, as Nico came back and said, "Where's the fire?" Well, we got a fire, and you started it. Now we got to finish it.
Right.
Kind of thing, and we did. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that we had the resources and we could work through it for these families.
We all,
Like I said, now,
I can't say this enough, okay? This is to everybody. Everybody. I don't care whether you're an Anon far west to an Anon all the way far east. We all play our part. We all play our part, and we need one another to do our part. So that is how that's what I'm saying. Like what she's saying, this didn't just happen overnight. We all played our part, doing our thing, and keeping our own noses to the grindstone, doing our own thing, and now we're seeing the outcome. This is how long
Stay in
this
your
is
lane.
taking. Yes,
Stay in your lane.
You hear me say
Stay in
that
your lane.
all the goddamn time. I can't
Stay in your lane, because here's what happens. What's happening here is okay, when we're talking about the leaks and the drops and the different places that's happening. Okay, so you have the Pegasus investigation, you have Pandora Papers, you have Panama Papers that were all leaked. You have Snowden, you have WikiLeaks. That was all leaked. It's all out here, right? It's all out here. Everybody knows about it. You're on, digital soldiers. Okay, digital soldiers. You're dropping the ops. You're dropping the leaks. You're dropping the paperwork. Some of that's not even real, okay? Because it was done by our CIA to trick another country or to trick somebody along the way. But they wrote it, scribers, right? So the scribers could have wrote it to their advantage and what they needed at the time. But still, when you're talking about this one, how to get through documents, how to get through, what's real and not real, that's what they're doing right now is a psyop of misinformation thrown out here too. Or they're doing it to just wear you down If you look at someone, oh, tomorrow it's going to be blah blah blah. Tomorrow it's going to be, but it's the same thing over and over again. You see them guys out here doing that, right?
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, yeah, well, where's tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow never comes. You said this yesterday, kind of thing. So you have to look beyond that and see what's going on your research on how far does this go, who it's connected to, and what's really going on. Now, to be aware of your banks is important right now because there is a lot going on with that. Be aware of the Cash Apps, PayPal's, the internet connections itself. Because we are going to go in the dark, but it ain't going to be today. As you see, Florida's going down today, but when they say this is all going to happen, yes, it's going to happen. When you see that Elon is ready to switch that over to that Starlink, that's for a reason. Because okay, we went under the sea, right, Matt? We showed you the power under the sea. So under the sea, you have Google and Facebook. So the lines that are running, as we say, territorial, are land grabs, but also the sea grabs. So you have to all distinguish who owns that part of the water, right? So that's how this is all coming in on the parts of the water and the land. So whoever's going to be with, now they're mining Bitcoins or whatever coins, they all have to know who owns that land, or you can't mine from those, it's different places. So all this interconnection that's going on between the mining and the chips, and it's just so out of this world, right? That it's hard for you to even grab this. Where we say the complexity into simplicity is that the wording that they're using or the tricks that they're still throwing in this, and the twists and the turns, it's up to you to see that. It's up to you to know that. It's up to you to teach that to the next generation, because the next generation is just out there playing the next game they put out there for them, and they think it's cool, um yeah. Well, I'm just saying, I got my kid, just teaching him golf right now. I'm like, get out on the golf course, get outside. I mean, just saying. I don't want him, but I also am going to let him learn switchboards, and he just wants to get into, because he has to be. If he is not up on that, he does not learn that at his age, he's going to be behind. And I don't want him to lose that either. But there's time, right? He can have time on a computer, time on whatever he wants to do, but there's also time that he has to take for himself outside of that. Don't let it control you. You control it. You use it or they for what you need to do. Don't let them use you for what they need to do. Okay? So that's basically, how this, if you need to go buy something, go on, buy something. That's it. If you need to use it for whatever you have going on, that's it. Don't sit on here for hours upon hours upon hours. They're looking for that. They're getting paid for that. You're feeding it. Every time you're out here, you're feeding it. And listen, I am one to say that, but I am feeding it as in our mission of getting it done. Get her done. Let's go, Gator, right? So yes, yes, yes. That's hashtag save our children. 100%. 100%. I agree. Well, Alpha and Sigma. I'm going to take the Sigma role. Y'all could be the Alpha. It doesn't bother me. I got the Sigma. Well, we're moving it. It's moving along. There are a lot of people, like I said, you have to teach them. You have to have front runners. There are people that are behind these front runners that are deeper than what you think, that are working on more than what you think or what they show. They're not allowed to show it. They're not allowed to bring it out, because if they do, then that means everybody's at risk. So right now, the different things that are being established and whirling behind this is still as deep as what you're seeing in front of it. The devastation is there. Not going to say it's not. I'm not going to lie about it. It's there, but it's there because this is part of the experiments, right? But it didn't end. Trump came out and said, we're working because of the storm. We're standing together. And then you heard somebody say, what storm, sir? Well, you'll find out, right?
Right.
And that was said.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I guess we're finding out, right?
Yeah,
we're finding out.
you're
Here's
definitely
what
finding
we're
out.
all using now. Fuck around and find out.
Hashtag-
Fuck around and find out.
Right.
Okay. That's what's going on.
Oh shit.
So, I mean, and we have a group out here, and I'm going to say this through Cash Garden and Joseph's family. We had done a thing that we had started about 2 years ago, and that was on the tragedy pimps.
Sure, I got another call.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I got another call here too. I've got to take it too.
Go ahead.
I can't because I called you via
Oh,
Messenger.
all right. I thought that. All right, I didn't know you were on Messenger. Max. I forgot.
Right,
all right, so listen, I'm all right.
Pull a chainsaw.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Pull a chainsaw.
I'm gonna pull a chainsaw on you, Matt.
Right.
I got you. Hey, listen,
Rip it.
just do your best to be your best is where we're at right now. Please, just when we threw that stone for that ripple, please just help us carry it out. Anybody that you know needs help, maybe your neighbor, your family, your friend, help them out any way that you possibly can. And remember, there are angels out here, and I believe in angels. See you guys.
Thank you, sis. Charlene, seriously, thank you for what you do. Hear me? And I mean that.
Hey,
with
we're
all my
not
heart.
stopping.
Love
we're not
you.
stopping. Family Forward
Same
Project, guys, go check them
Yeah,
out.
Roger that. Take care.
All right.
Shot.
Later.
I'll do a shot for you in a little bit.
Got it.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to take this phone call right real quick. Unmute. There you go. Area code 504. What's up? Welcome to the Matrix. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
I can hang on, man. Yeah, I can, but you're muffled. I gotta try to. There you are. I got you, bro. What's up? How are you?
You got me?
I do.
Hey, I'm good. Cool. What's going on, Matt? How you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you? Other than I'm stuffy, I feel like shit, but I'm all right.
Right. Yeah, you sound pretty bad, man. I mean, my supervisor had it last week. Like, she was out Thursday and Friday, and when she came back Monday, she was like, "Yeah, it felt like I had glass in my throat."
Oh, bro. Yeah, yeah.
It sounds bad. Yeah. No, I'm doing better than people in Florida tonight.
Man.
And even though it sounds like it's a cliche, really, and send out thoughts and prayers to all those people, because all along the Gulf Coast, man, we know this feeling. Like, we're watching this stuff and like, yep, been there, done that. We know what it's like, man. It's rough. But I guess what I wanted to talk about on that, or to bring up, is that, I've been living in this area my whole life. I've been through 55 hurricane seasons. I've seen them all kinds. And not only as a civilian, but also working for emergency response for the local government.
Right.
So I'm not going to debate whether, it's man-made, or, what they've got planned, or, if it's whatever it may be, any kind of conspiracy. I just want to talk about what it's like on the ground.
Right.
For this type of stuff. People were bringing up, like, who do we donate to, this and that. And Charlene brought up Cajun Navy. I bring them up all the time. You can volunteer for the Cajun Navy from your house and be part of the rescue missions. It's not even about, you can donate stuff to them. Yeah, that's great. I think somebody said that they have a list on Amazon that you can pick and choose from to send things. But there was an article I read about, I don't know, about 8-10 years ago. Someone, well, I guess not that long, but quite a while back, where someone actually volunteered. And what they did, they got them on the phone, and they did like an 8 or 12-hour shift. And basically, they had communications going on the ground, to where, like, somebody would say, they would report to the person on their phone and say, okay, we've got 3 people on a house, trapped in a house on Broad and 15th Street. I don't know, I'm making up names. And, we need this size boat, and if you can bring some, ice chests with some waters or whatever, this and that. And you're basically on the phone writing in this information and sending it off to the actual rescue crews. They have a coordination crew that takes the, when they hear about something going on, they'll take that information in and relay it to the people on the ground, and you become part of that relay crew for the evening.
Wow.
where you volunteer for 8 to 12 hours and you're sending the information to the guys in the boats or the four-wheelers or whatever they're on to go out to this location and any other help they need like that. So you can actually do this right now sitting at your house.
Wow.
You know, and now it gets pretty intense. You know, I mean, you're going to hear some stuff, and I mean, like I said in the chat, in the subscriber chat, me and Morgan really can't do it because, I mean, I can't even watch videos from Katrina without just losing my shit.
Well,
I mean,
I bet, bro.
we're still,
Yeah, man.
you know,
PTSD,
I
bro.
mean,
I get it, buddy. I totally
right.
get it. You and Morgan
I mean,
both are very empathic, and I get it.
mhm.
You've been through this shit. You've seen this shit. You
Well,
smelled it. You just like the lady said, the smell of death. I get it.
yeah.
My heart
Oh,
breaks
yeah.
for you guys. I'm serious, man.
And Morgan was actually in the storm. Like, I evacuated, so she had to deal with the storm itself. I mean, she can tell you her own stories about that. I came back a few days after and going into cleanup into these moldy buildings and the smell of death, man, dude. It's a smell. It's a smell you don't ever forget. and it's not like I came in contact with any bodies because by the time we went into New Orleans, the National Guard and all had pretty much gotten all the bodies. Every now and then somebody come across one, they call them and they have to go out there and the coroner and all that stuff. But going into those houses after that's been in there, or a business after someone's died in there, dude,
Oh
that
yeah.
smell is there, But anyway, the people were talking other ways you can help. All right, this is something we did for Hurricane Harvey when it hit Texas, and I know not everybody's able to do this. I'm not, because I mean, if you're a musician, you can pull something like this off, or if you're a promoter or whatever. But we got some local bands together and we had a benefit, and instead of you could bring money if you wanted to. That's fine. We weren't really worried too much about money, but the cover charge was a donation, like rolls of paper towels, baby formula, water, anything like that. And we had one of those U-Haul trailers set up outside, and as the donations came in, we just packed the U-Haul trailer, and then the next day, either the owner of the bar or somebody drove it out to Texas and got it as close as you can get, and was distributing this stuff. So there's all kind of things you can do. I mean, look, and if you can't do anything, above all, man, pray, because these people, sorry,
You know
get
what?
a little emotional on this.
I get it,
Okay.
James.
Yeah.
There's a lot, there's a
It's
lot of what musicians do a lot, as well as bikers. Okay, I'm not part of HA, or I'm not part of East Coast or whatever the other biker groups, whatever.
right.
But I will tell
Yeah.
you that I haven't checked. I have not checked recently because I've been overwhelmed. But usually when something like this big of a catastrophe happens, HA is all over it. Okay. 81 is
Right.
all over.
Right.
Hell's Angels is all over it. They're doing rallies. They're doing
Yeah.
benefits. They're doing something. Okay, so it's
Right.
not just the
Right.
musicians. It's the bikers. It's veterans. Rolling Thunder. That's
everybody.
another good one. Another good one, man. Rolling Thunder is another.
Right.
You name it. This just shows that again we don't really need the government to do what the government don't do. We need them to be a governing body, a really good governing body. What I've learned out of this catastrophe is the government right now is shit. The government is shit. The response, the response we as American people are getting, bro, it is nothing more than like
Oh, it's
fuckery,
bullshit.
absolute fuckery.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And the biggest bullshit part of it is all the money they collect from us in taxes and everything. I do remember we broke away from England over a 3% tax on tea, and now our income is taxed at 30 to 40%.
Right.
I mean, our income, money they don't even make. It's we go make the money for them because and then they just give it away, and then when it comes down to helping our people, where's it at? Now money doesn't solve everything. I mean, what are you going to do? People trapped in a house, you ride by and throw money at them. It doesn't mean anything. All right. Now let me tell you from a government standpoint of view, and I'll go back to I'll just tell a little bit of background on this and then get to the points. So Hurricane Ida, which hit us directly back in 2021, like where we live directly, like we got the eye. All right, this was the Category 4. It was the fifth at the time, the fifth strongest storm to ever make landfall in the United States.
Yeah,
Katrina
man.
is not in the top 5.
That son of a bitch went
All
ripping
right.
right through Mobile, Alabama, and Louisiana, didn't it?
Well, it came through Louisiana, and then it sat on top of our parish for 8 hours. Well, for 4 hours. It
That's
came
right.
in
Yeah, I
for 4
remember.
hours.
Right.
Yeah, and dude, it would not leave, and just sat there and spun at like a 2 or a 3 for like 4 hours, which the damage, like Katrina, it was a lot of flooding damage. Like I went in all the flooding buildings, but unless you were out by the lake, there wasn't a lot of wind damage because New Orleans is below sea level. We're talking upper level winds. So you had shingles missing, you had lawn furniture thrown around, you had some issues, but the majority of the city was just flooded. And that was the main thing. For Ida, it was physical damage. I mean, so I work for, I'm not going to mention what department, but I work for a department of the local government. When a catastrophe happens, when a natural disaster happens, I switch to emergency operations. We all do. Everybody goes on 24/7 call, and that's what we do until it's over. Until parish president says, okay, which I guess would be the county manager or county president, wherever everybody else is at, but we got parishes. So until he says, okay, that's it, then, we're on. Now, the people talk about, they make jokes about essential, non-essential, if they're non-essential, why are they even working? Okay, got it. It is funny. I'm non-essential, okay? There are 5 essential people at the office. What essential means is the 5 people that are essential from the time they call the disaster, from the time they call the emergency, they have to go home, pack their bags, and they sleep at the emergency operations center until further notice. Non-essential like me, we can go home and we can even evacuate, but we have to be back as soon as possible. But we can go home, but we're on 24/7 call. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea what's the difference between essential and non-essential when they talk about that. Anyway, for Ida, we had a lot of damage. We all of it, me, Morgan, kids, we all evacuated we're right outside of Mobile because Morgan has family there. And then, but she works from home. She needs the internet power. We didn't have that. I had to come back. And I slept on the floor at work for almost 2 weeks.
Damn,
and
bro.
I wasn't on the clock the whole time. I was only on the clock when I was awake and doing stuff until, it was time because we didn't have power at the house. And dude, it's so hot after a hurricane. It might not be so bad after this one because it's in October. And even though Florida stays hot, it'd probably be a little cooler. But man, those August hurricanes, it's the breeze goes away. These hurricanes take all the breeze with it, and it's just hot.
Bro,
And anyway,
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question. Isn't there another hurricane brewing?
There's something out there. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. I think it's off like the east coast of Florida. I'm not sure. They're giving it like a 10 to 20% chance of formation. Those ones that form out there, they tend to get swept up by like the jet stream. And if they do hit land, they'll hit land for a little bit and then they go right out to sea. Rarely are they strong, but they can be. I mean, like my mom used to say, hurricanes have a mind of their own. They do what they want. Once that buzzsaw starts going, they're controlling the weather.
Right.
The hurricane can start to influence everything around it. Where
Right.
like you'll have these meteorologists saying, oh, well, this front's going to come down, it's going to move it this way and all. If that thing gets too strong, it's going to do what it wants to do, and no weak front or anything is going to change anything about it. So it's crazy. But when you're on the government side of it, okay, so I've worked with the National Guard, I've worked with, the federal government, FEMA, all these people. I mean, it's a conglomeration of people that get together and start coordinating things. But like somebody said, they said, oh, it's the people doing stuff to clear things out. That is always the case, because a lot of roads are impassable.
Right.
Like right after the storm, like a few days after the storm, there were places, like we're supposed to go around and do damage assessment. That was our department's gig. Like each department had their own gig, in the aftermath. Some of them were picking up debris, some of them were clearing out ditches, whatever. Ours was to do damage assessment, and it's mainly for insurance. Because boy, them insurance companies, they start getting nervous after a hurricane. So we got to go out there and look at insurance stuff, all kinds of shit. Anyway, there's a lot of roads we couldn't pass by, where like there would just be this huge tree in the middle of the road, and and basically we walk up to the tree and we try to catch somebody's attention on the other side and say, hey man, whoever you got over there, any other homeowners, can you get them over here to talk to us? We got to find out what went on. And we're writing all this shit in, and we're sending in to like EOC, damage here, this, that, and all. And it's crazy. But the thing is, like when I got back like 2.5, 3 days after the storm, I came back, and there's still crap everywhere. There's transformers laying down in the street. You're driving around. There's no live power lines. The power lines are all there, but none of them are live. So you're driving over power lines, all this shit.
Right.
But I came down my street, and all the drainage by the culvert was cleared, and the leaves and everything, and they were all in little piles to be picked up. That people go out there and shovel it up. Because the first people always on the scene at a hurricane are the ones who stayed, and they go outside and they start cleaning up. That's just what we do down here, all across the Gulf Coast.
Jesus Christ,
that's
man.
like typical. It's typical, and it's okay. It's like, because the government, no one goes out during a hurricane. They'll tell you immediately when the storm is coming, don't bother calling 911 at the height of the storm. We're not going to send anybody out there, because if something happens where your house catches on fire, and say you're in a town and your town has 6 firefighters, well, if we send 2 of them out there to take care of your fire and they get hurt or killed, well, when the storm's over and shit's really going crazy, we've only got 4 firefighters now. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to send anybody out there. They're not going to take the chance of them getting hurt or killed and being unable to help in the aftermath, which is where all the shit comes in, it's insane for months and months and months. It just goes on and on and on. And that's what people don't realize. And the storm passing through, they're cleaning up, and maybe it's bad for a few months, and then people forget about it. It gets memory old until the next year. But cleanup, insurance claims are still going on from Ida. This is 3 years ago. There's still, you ride around and you still see trees down that aren't in the way, and people were just like, well, fuck it, I got a tree down,
Right.
I'll just leave it there at this point,
Bro, these guys are saying Leslie and Kirk. Hurricane Leslie
those are
and
the 2.
Kirk are the other 2 that are just out there brewing somewhere. And I'm as you're talking, I'm looking up some information on Hurricane Kirk, which is now a major hurricane.
I think he's out.
But he's in the
I think
Pacific.
he's out in the Atlantic. I think he's out. Yeah,
he's out in the ocean. I haven't made it to Leslie yet, but
Leslie, they're saying is gonna curve up and go out to sea. I think that's mainly because we're at that time of year where the cool fronts are pushing in, and that's going to keep a lot of, it's rare. The hurricanes we get during this time, the only way they can really do anything is if they form in the Gulf, because then they always go east. They always go out to the ocean to the east. So if you've got something developing in the Atlantic or the lower Atlantic, and it gets caught up by a cool front or a front of any kind, it's just going to turn and go east. But if you got them in the Gulf, and they're going east too, they're going north and east, because the Gulf is just like this little pot of gumbo that just stirs up hurricanes every now and then. It's like, oh, and everybody just sits there, dude. The worst part is just sitting there and waiting,
Oh
because
yeah.
you're just like, especially if you stay for it, because it's like, all right, and you're always like, the thing that goes through your mind always is, okay, is this the worst part? Is this the worst part? And it gets a little heavier. Okay, is this the worst part? And you never know when the worst part is going to be over.
Right.
And then it starts dying down, and like, okay, I think it's going away now. And you can tell by the winds too. You watch the way the winds are shifting, and you can tell which direction it's going. If you know what side of it you're on, but here's the thing they don't talk about. Again, this is all boots on the ground stuff. I'm just putting out there for anybody that's never been through. I've been through 55 hurricane seasons. Okay, I've seen it.
Gotcha.
So the thing that they don't talk about on any of the news ever these days, they used to talk about it a little bit back when I was younger. Some of the deaths that happen during a hurricane aren't from trees falling in your house or getting electrocuted or fire or anything like that. There's a lot of heart attacks and strokes. And what it is the stress.
Yeah, stress.
Of going through a major storm like that. My mom went through Betsy and in 65, and I've heard this from a lot of people. When you get a major hurricane, category 3 or over, what happens is the walls of your house start breathing. They start going in and out. And
oh man, bro!
Everybody I've ever talked to that stayed for a 3 or like a mid-grade 3, like a low 3, it doesn't. I've been through that. It's bad, but it's still, it's bearable. But once you get into mid-grade 3 and higher, the walls of your house will actually start to breathe. My mom told me about that about Betsy, and a few other people told me that about Ida, and they all said the same thing. They said, I thought the house was going to blow away. And to sit there for 4 hours of that, the stress that it takes on you mentally. I talked to a guy, a homeowner out here after the storm. He was calling to file a permit for something, and he said he had a stroke during the storm. And you could tell talking to him on the phone, he was a little slow and all. And he apologized. He goes, I apologize about my speech, but I had a stroke during the storm. And that happens a lot more, and they don't mention that. But that's one of the dangers of staying. It's not only just getting trapped and all, but something else to think about. When these things are coming, can you take the stress of that for 4 hours of just wind constant and your house breathing? It's a lot. It's a lot.
I want to jump off here with you real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a clip here. So I'm going to have you chime in. I haven't gone to break. Right. We haven't gone to break yet, but I'm probably going to play this for you, let you hear this.
Okay. All right.
Give me your input on it. All right.
All right.
Let me share my screen over here, share my audio with you. Because this is some information that, now mind you, as Milton made landfall onto Florida, you got to remember Trump was talking about the relief aid and the things like that, and he was talking about the management and FEMA and all kinds of other things. Well, I want to share something with everybody, because the Biden administration just released a clip, okay, on this misinformation, disinformation that supposedly was coming out of Trump's mouth. So if you are willing, I want you to hear this. I want you to take a gander at this, hear this, and then we'll go to break if that's okay. I gotta go. I gotta go grab a cup of coffee anyway. But I do want to be with you. I want to be with you here on this, and have you.
You want me to stay? You want me to stay till the other side of the break?
Yeah, if you want, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. No, I didn't know if you had to get on to something else. No,
No,
I'm cool. Yeah,
dude, I would rather. I can only talk for so long. My voice is like for real, dude.
you know,
I mean, I took a shot of
I
Fireball.
was thinking about that
Yeah.
when you had Charlene up there talking, you know, and you were just kind of sitting back. I told Morgan, I said, Matt's probably enjoying the break right now.
Oh yeah. Well, but I haven't went to break yet. Definitely haven't went to break yet. But here it is. This is just a short one. This is just a short one.
All right.
But it's 43 seconds of Biden. Now again, to me, this is not political. This shit that we're hearing pop out, this is not political. So that's what I've been trying to say on the Matrix to reach as many people as I can. And shame on Trump, shame on Kamala, shame on any motherfucker that's trying to make this a political arm. I'm serious.
Oh yeah.
I've got a real problem
it's a campaign thing.
Any of them doing this.
Yeah.
So let me go here. Let me go here and share this with everybody. So James, you'll be able to hear this. All right, hang tight. Just listen to what's going on.
Well, the Biden administration has been planning for its response to Milton, but says lies about FEMA aid is causing more challenges for them. In an address today, Biden slammed Donald Trump and his allies for misrepresenting the response to Helene. Trump has gone on record saying victims will only get $750, but FEMA says that's only the start of its help. Biden says hurricane victims have the government's full support.
People of Florida and all the impacted states, we've got your back. We've got your back. And Kamala and I will be there for as long as it takes to rescue, recover, and rebuild.
FEMA says more than 1,000 responders are ready with food and water, as well as search and rescue teams. And
all right. So let me get the echo off of you real quick. So let me ask you, what do you think of that shit? Because it's very obvious that, I don't know, that they're trying to do damage control here. I don't know what's real, what's not real at this point.
Right. FEMA, after Katrina, FEMA was handing out those debit cards with like $2,000 loaded on it. All right. And because it was such a fiasco, they said they were never going to do it again. So the first thing that's kind of surprising is that they give out any money to anybody. I mean, that's kind of surprising, you know. And the funny thing is, so Trump says they're getting $750, and then Biden comes out and says, or the FEMA comes out and says, yeah, but that's just the start. It's like, so he said the truth. He said you're giving out $750, and you're admitting to that. You're just saying, oh, but there's going to be more coming. It's like, well, that's not a lie. He told the truth. I mean, I'm not sticking up for Trump or anything, but I mean, come on, you know. And the whole idea of that something any politician says in the middle of a disaster, whether Trump is lying or whatever he's doing, how is that going to hinder FEMA on the ground? I mean, what, you're gonna come across people with bad attitudes? Guess what? It's after a hurricane. People have bad attitudes after a hurricane. All right. Sorry, everybody's a little stressed out. You know, I mean, you know what, they're afraid they're gonna get yelled at. You work for the government. I get yelled at every day by people. It's like that's part of the job. You know, I don't understand what he means by, you know, this is going to hinder efforts. Don't you have your people on the ground? What, are they sitting there listening to the radio, watching TV, watching what Trump's saying? I doubt it, dude. Like I said, I've worked with FEMA, man. I've worked with the National Guard, all this stuff. After a disaster, nobody's sitting there watching Saturday Night Live and shit, right?
No, bro.
Nobody's at emergency. Everybody is out there doing something, and it's anyway, the other funny thing, oh, we've got 1,000 people ready to go. You've got a disaster line from Florida up through the Carolinas into Tennessee. And you got 1,000 people. Really? I mean, what, you got one person per 10,000 square mile? I mean, dude, really? 1,000 fucking people?
I know.
Jeez,
I know.
that
Right?
that is
I
the most
know.
ridiculous. Oh, and look, don't depend on the government for this stuff, because the first responders are always going to be the people who stayed, and they're right there. They had a broken power pole down the street from me where it was hard to get through. It was like bent over, power lines everywhere, all this. Immediately after the storm, a few people went out there. Somebody had some 2x4s or a 4x4 or something, and they stuck it under this pole. This thing was cracked in half. They stuck it under the pole so that people could drive underneath it. That's the people doing this stuff, because they're the first in a hurricane. The people who are there are always the first responders.
Yep.
Always, because the government can't get out quick enough. The government's waiting for the storm to be done, and once the storm's done, then they got to figure out then they got to coordinate everything. So there is a delay there. There is a slight delay. You're not going to have like the cavalry running to your house right after a storm.
Well, hell
It
no.
just doesn't happen that way. Right. I mean, the roads are blocked. Some entire neighborhoods are impassable, but the people get out there, especially down here. I mean, look, you got all these Cajuns down here. Everybody's got a chainsaw. Everybody's got a boat. We've all been through this stuff. As soon as this shit's over, dude, I got back here, like I said, 3 days after, like I'd have hit on it was on the 29th at like 4 p.m. That's where it made landfall. And I got back here at like 6 a.m. on the 2nd. And dude, so many cut up trees were piled up in front of people. Like they went outside immediately after the storm, and they're just chopping shit down. It's all to the side of the road. And like whenever you're ready to pick it up, it's here. I mean, that's how it
Let me
just
share
is.
something with you. And this
but
is why
anyway, Biden, yeah.
bro, this is why I was hell bent on trying to get down there with me and my 3 other guys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 2 of them bailed. One of them's sick. The other one bailed because of family problems. So they didn't just bail on me.
Right.
But nevertheless, I'm telling you right now, whenever my pickup truck died and I finally had it towed out of here, I had my dude from Glizzy's Auto sell me a 4x4 Ford F-150 4-wheel drive. Okay.
Right.
First time I've had a 4-wheel drive in fucking years. Okay. I don't necessarily need a 4-wheel drive, but I got a 4-wheel drive.
But you got one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, dude, for $3,000, that's all the money I had. Literally, every dime I had, okay, went to this fucking truck. So, nevertheless, I got a 4-wheel drive truck. I got a four-wheeler, plus another guy that's worked with me for 15 years. Now, let me share with you what I was going to do or planning on doing. And I know you guys, I know y'all love me, and I love you too. But where I feel that I could do my part, okay, is you got to remember, I've worked for the road department. I've hauled gravel. We've built things.
Right.
Okay? And my hillbilly ass will take whatever damaged trailers, because I see a lot of the videos people send to me, right? There are mass tractor trailers as well as dude, the rail system's going to need rebuilt. Okay?
Right.
So here's the thing. Where I come from, I was going to literally just, here's my truck, utilize it. Here's my 4-wheeler, utilize it. I got the keys to a Cabelco. I've got the keys to a Cabelco front end loader. I literally have got the keys on my own key ring. Just point me to a big ass excavator, and I'll run the son of a bitch. I will climb. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can build bridges. These all of these semi trucks that are the trailers that are destroyed. Literally just rip the goddamn top off of them. Utilize the deck. Rip the tandems off the bottom, and you've got a bridge. There's no reason. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why I shouldn't be down there. And my heart wants to be down there. I've got a wife that's getting, now she's getting sick. Okay, and I've got financial... Go ahead. Things?
Yeah, let me let me tell you about your plan. Okay. Okay. One, love you, man. You're fucking awesome. All right. To just want to go do that. I mean, that's just a beautiful thing, honestly. And look, people do that. People will go into these areas, you know, on their own and just go at it. And some of them are successful, some of them aren't. This, if you want to, well, go. But I mean, you have a family. I would suggest, strongly suggest, I'll tell you why I suggest it, but I strongly suggest if you do this to have at least one or two other people with you. Okay. And the reason I say that is you're going to need a navigator. You're going to need a lookout. You're going to need, because there's lines all over the road. There's places where you're not going to be able to drive. You're going to need somebody there working the maps. You're going to need somebody looking out the window at areas that, like, okay, well, we're going to turn off right here. It's like, hold on a second. That whole thing's blocked off. I don't think it even exists anymore. All right, well, we got to go this way for safety's purposes. Two, if you were to do something like this with these other guys, I strongly suggest not doing it alone. You're going into a post-apocalyptic situation. I have seen this. I went into the ruins of Katrina. I've been in the ruins of my own parish. It is post-apocalyptic. There's no law. They can pretend there's a law, but for a certain amount of time after a storm, there is no law. Okay? Bring weapons. Bring guns, specifically. Load up. Because you've got looters. You've got people that are just, there's no law. I'm just going to sit on this hill over here and shoot at anybody coming in just because I'm bored. Because I lost everything, but I got my gun. Fuck it. You know, you have these types of people, man, and you have to be aware of what you're going into. When after Katrina, I don't know how much this was talked about on the news because we didn't have power for a couple of weeks. You know, I was at my mom's and all because I couldn't get back to. I mean, I could, but it was under martial law, and we didn't. All our food was gone, and the apartment stunk, and so we just stayed at our parents. Anyway, you go into these places, and it's indescribable what you're gonna see. Okay, when I'm looking at what happened in the Carolinas, when I'm looking at what's about to happen to Florida, although Florida is better prepared, and they have better building codes. Nothing can prepare you for that, for what you see. There is a thing that I studied it was part of one of my classes in college, and there's a thing that your brain does. It's a type of cognitive bias, and what it is your brain will put together what you're about to see before you see it, based on its general knowledge and experience of that thing. For instance, your brain knows that a house generally has 4 walls, windows, a door, a roof. And as you go to turn out of your peripheral, as you're about to see that house, your brain is constructing it already. It doesn't know exactly what it looks like, but it knows it's about to see a house and what a house should look like. It knows that a light pole should be vertical and trees should be generally vertical.
Right.
That's what it thinks. When you go days and days and weeks on end where nothing is like that, where everything you see is slightly off, whether it's a house that has all its windows blown out, one side of the house is blown out. Hell, after Ida, I saw a house that the roof was fine, but it was sitting on top of a bunch of rubble, and that was the house. Like the roof, it's missing shingles. It had a little damage, but basically it's still all together, and it's sitting on top of a mound of rubble. It's like, oh, that was a house under there. Your brain, after a while, after a few days and weeks of that, it becomes unreal, because after a while you just want to see something that looks normal, and it's not there. And you have to mentally prepare yourself for things like that.
All right, bro. Here's the
Take
thing.
people with
You got to let me take a break. I've got to grab another cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I want to
Hey,
share
look.
with you one other thing before I jump off here with you. I'm going to call Barbie
All right.
Pyle to check on her. She tried calling the broadcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all
I
right.
didn't mean to go on and on. Look,
You're good,
my
dude.
bad.
You've been through it. You've been through it, and I really, really, I honor you. You got to know that, dude. I am telling you right now. You might not know me really personally, but I'm telling you, I am a very, very, very empathic, very sympathetic, empathic person. And
I believe that.
dude, I can't even discuss certain situations or people, like children,
Right.
without like losing my shit. Okay,
Right.
something happened to me when I went through my experience, because I'm telling you, I was a lot more of a hard ass then, and something just happened
Right.
to me. Because again, I
Right.
wasn't nothing like this, because I just wasn't. But I want to share
You
with you.
tapped into something.
Well, I seen a lot. I seen a lot in a very little amount of time. I mean, I know
Right.
Larry. Larry's all like non 186 dimensional doodlebot, blah 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 blah. I laugh at it and I giggle about it too. But I mean, even Miss Kristen's like, she's like, well, after the Christopher interview, am I a 100? She even asked me. She's like, sorry to throw her under the bus here. She's like, does this make me a doodlebot? And I'm like, yeah, honey, that you're definitely
That's
you're
funny.
a doodlebot. But here's the thing, I myself am a doodlebot as well. Okay, I am, because I pick up on everybody's emotions. I pick up on, dude. I can tell you with everything in me. Whenever I'm talking on certain things, I absolutely can tell when someone is looking at me through the camera and can't stand me. I can tell you when they want me
Oh.
nothing but dead. I'm telling you, I feel
Right.
it. I feel it to the point of smell it.
I believe that.
So
Yeah, I just wanted to give everybody like a point of view from ground level, because we're hearing, of course everybody's got an analysis of it. We got opinions on it and things like that. And you're hearing one thing from the news media and the governments. It's a campaign season, so God only knows if they're telling the truth about anything or not. And I wanted to kind of get below all that and just say, this is what it's like. And so this is what these people need. If you want to help out, it's supplies, throwing cash at somebody who's got nothing. One of the things I learned from Katrina is the less I have, the less I have to lose. And the people are going to learn that lesson tonight. There are going to be some people that learn that lesson tonight. And so what's going to be valuable to them is not, a $20 bill or something like that. It's going to be a clean shirt. It's going to be a bottle of water. It's
right,
going to be stuff like that. And that's where people need help with. Don't donate to Red Cross. Do not donate to anything like that. Like Charlene was mentioning, the Cajun Navy, there's other places, hold the benefit, get your own supplies together. You can drive out, if you want to drive out there, get as close as you can get. There's only so close you can get to a disaster area before they're going to say, okay, look, it's going to get dangerous. We're not going to let you in there, but you can get to a certain point and you can make these things happen, because it's the people on the ground that are going to do the majority of the cleanup. Don't
yeah,
sit around and wait for the government. That government's trying, they're doing what they do, but people on the ground are going to be the ones to really knock this out, as always.
right.
Always the case.
Well,
Anyway.
here's the people right at this moment. Again, we're at a 2-hour break. We're at 2 hours. I'm gonna force you to take a break. I want to play this clip here real quick.
Okay.
But whenever I come back, dude, I've got to call Barbie Pyle. So she'll be my first war dial.
I'll skip out. No, I'm good. I kind of wanted to get in on it, and focus on the storm and
All right.
and just put a little more, like I said, just a little more boots on the ground type reality in it.
Well, I'm
But,
glad you did, bro.
yeah,
I'm serious,
I didn't
man.
mean to chew everybody's ear off, man. You know,
You're good.
everybody
You're
knows
good.
about too much about hurricanes right now. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about hurricanes. I'm tired at this point in the season. I get tired of it every year, honestly. You know, let's get to November and then just forget all this shit and, you know, just help everybody out as we can.
Well, yeah, man. Hurricanes are definitely on the list, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, it's right now wildfires and hurricanes. It's bad, dude. It's definitely bad. Do you want to stay with me and listen to Biden's the Biden bullshit? This is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because listen to me. CNN is on absolute recovery mode after this bullshit.
Oh.
I'm serious.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Dude,
I need a good laugh.
Well, let me give you a good laugh. Are you ready? Are you,
All right,
you sure?
I'm ready.
All right, hang on a second. Let's
throw it at me.
All right, here it comes. Here's the Biden bullshit for everybody. Ready? Brace yourself, brains.
There's been a number of crises that the country has been facing over the past several days with the hurricane, with the port strike, with the situation in the Middle East. Can you talk about how your vice president, who is running for the presidency, has worked on these crises and what role she has played over the past several days?
Well, I'm in constant contact with her. She's aware we're singing from the same song sheet. She helped pass all the laws that are being employed now.
Wait, what? Did you catch?
Wait, we're on the same song sheet? Is that what he said?
Yes.
It sounded kind of like that.
Bro, listen to this. This is worse than her. This is same soup, same song. Listen to this again. You can't.
My God.
Dude, listen.
Well, I'm in constant contact with her. She's aware we're singing from the same song sheet. She helped pass all the laws that are being employed now.
Same song now. She's passed all the laws of being employed now. What the
laws that are being employed?
What? Right. The fuck, Joe?
She was a major player.
It's okay. So dude, it gets worse. Listen, for real. Just listen.
We're all singing.
Song sheet.
Huh?
We're all singing from the same song sheet. Oh my God.
Oh, bro.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is absolutely fucking hilarious.
She helped pass all the laws that are being employed now. She was a major player in everything we've done, including passage of legislation which we were told we could never pass. And so she's been, and her staff is interlocked with mine in terms of all the things we're doing.
You see what he did there? Listen. He drove the whole bus thump right over her and then beep, beep, beep right
back. What laws were they not going to be able to pass, and what laws to a natural disaster?
Oh my God, dude!
What, dude? Really? I mean, what is he talking about? What law? He had laws in place for the hurricanes. I mean,
oh my God!
Special laws for hurricanes. I mean, it's
right?
Like, what am I missing here?
I don't know. I guess you just wasn't beating to the right tune. You wasn't in their song nor employed by.
I wasn't singing from the same song sheet. Yeah,
right.
Definitely. No. I think he's slightly out of tune on this one. Jesus, man. This is a leader of the free world. My God.
Oh shit! Yeah, more. Oh man, Morgan, honey's going. She says, "Wow." What do you say to that?
Dude,
what do you?
I know it's like, as a reporter. Okay, so picture yourself. You're the reporter that just asked this question, and he just gave that answer. How do you follow that up? I mean, there's nothing really to tag on to. I know it's like, I have a follow-up question. Really? I gotta hear this follow-up because what the hell can you say to what? Just move on. Look,
you got it right there.
Grandpa's fucking going off. Grandpa's in the 186th dimension. Let's just move on to the next question because I don't know the fuck he said either.
Oh, right? Yeah, you said it right there.
He's in charge of hurricane disaster relief. I wouldn't put him in charge of plunging my toilet, dude. Seriously, that is just terrible.
All right, look, I gotta go on the other side of this, bro. I think Miss Barbie's in the chat. I think, right? Maybe, yeah. Both sides.
She was in the subscribers chat.
I love her,
that,
dude. This is this is Ground Pounder's other half, Barbie. I gotta call her back. She called me. God love her, dude. She was down there in Virginia alone, there at the home. Talk about a survivalist. This girl's got it, and we talked a little bit in the chat. She was worried about Mike last week, but yet she was down there without power. She kept her own shit together. She survivalist. I'm gonna talk to her on the other side of the break because I've got to call her back, and we're gonna see how the women handle this. You heard the song "Country Boy Can't Survive," right?
You're right.
Country girl got it, man. She got it. All right, bro. Do me a favor, say something positive.
That's what we need talking to the survivalists. Okay, here's my positive thing. Think about the survival aspect. Okay, real quick. Somebody said this to me after Katrina. They said, like they started talking about the victims of Hurricane Katrina, and they said, no, we're not victims, we're survivors. There were victims, we're burying them, but the rest of us are the survivors, and that's what you have to focus on as survivors all the time.
Right on.
And that's what we need to focus on tonight. We need to go for the survivors, survivalist mentality. Stand on your own 2 feet. This stuff we preach all the time. Stand on your own 2 feet. Don't depend on the government. You can take care of yourself. Keep that positive mentality, because I've gotten through things. You've gotten through things. People in this chat have gotten through things that I'm sure they never thought they would get through, and they did. And
yes, we have.
That's what we need to focus on, is survival. Keep hope. Survive. Fight the power. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, buddy. I love you and Morgan.
I got too wordy.
I seriously do. I thank you
too,
guys
man.
for everything you do. Thank you thank you and Morgan both for holding that light. I'm serious. I can't thank you enough, man.
Hey, same to you, brother. Thank you for what you do. You bring us all together.
Amen, man.
Without you, we wouldn't have all these friends and all these like-minded individuals getting to actually say our real opinion. We'd be still getting censored somewhere, but you created the platform that brought us all together. So thank you, brother.
You're welcome, buddy. You mean something to me. All right. Thank you, James.
You mean a lot to us.
All right,
Send me out with the dolphins and the farts.
I can't because I tried. I can't, buddy. I tried. My switchboard is, for some reason, the sound, the audio is not playing through. It's not. I don't know what.
Oh man.
I'll do it though. You ready?
Like my dolphin
farts. All right. I'll do it. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, bro. Well,
all right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you. Bye. Oh, brainiacs, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to rock you guys out of here at least into the next half hour where whatever. I don't know. I'm going to call. I got to war dial a girl. I totally do. Miss Barbie Pyle on the other side of this, my dear. I'm gonna ring you. I want to see exactly what was on your mind. Ground Pounder was in here earlier, Mr. Mike. I don't know where he vanished to, but my brother was up in here. So, Miss Barbie Pyle on the other side of this. Hon, you guys just bear with me, and we'll get you up in here. We'll see how you're doing down there. All right. This song I'm going to rock you guys out with here into the second half of the broadcast is called Show Me. Show me the light. Show me the way. All right. It took me a little while to write this one, but nevertheless, here coming at you. Guys, don't go nowhere. Share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. Without you, it does not happen. I have no reason to do this other than you. Wrong song. Haha.
searching for a sign. Answers buried deep inside, hidden in the light. You say the world is turning.
There we go.
I can't feel the spin. Show me where the truth begins. Let it pull me in.
Yeah, Brainiacs, let's crank this shit up right now.
I've been lost in the silence, waiting for a change. Caught in the middle of a storm I can't explain. Show me the way to rise above. Show me the strength that comes from love. I've been walking in the shadows, chasing dreams I can't define. Show me the truth, give me a sign. Every question that I ask echoes back to me. In a world that's moving fast, can we still be free? You said there's more than meets the eye, more than we can see. But the deeper that I dive, the harder it can be. I've been lost in the silence, waiting for a change. Caught in the middle of a storm I can't explain. Show me the way to rise above. Show me the strength that comes from love. I've been walking in the shadows, chasing dreams I can't define. Show me the truth, give me a sign. Give me a sign. All the answers in the wind, waiting for us to hear. Through the fear and doubt, we'll find the way clear. Show me now, show me how to live beyond the pain. Let the light inside me call my
Yeah, man, that's what we're good at.
all the answers in the wind, waiting for us to hear. Through the fear and doubt, we'll find the way clear. Show me now, show me how to live beyond the pain. Let the light inside me call my name. Show me the way to rise above. Show me the strength that comes from love. I've been walking in the shadows, chasing dreams I can't define. Show me the truth, give me a sign. Show me the truth, give me a sign. Let me find peace in this heart of mine.
Welcome to Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where magic meets the mundane and the extraordinary becomes everyday. Are you ready to gift yourself with the whispers of ancient power stones? To feel and hear the echoes of our ancient past? Dive into a world where each pendant tells a story, where rare stones hold secrets known only to the universe itself. At Crystal Cove, our collection isn't just jewelry. It's a gateway to a realm of mysticism and wonder. Let the shimmering opal guide you through twilight dreams, or embrace the fiery energy of the sun with our exquisite amber pendants. Each piece, handcrafted by the hands of a true mystic who understand the language of the earth and the fire of one's heart. At Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, we believe that every soul deserves to sparkle. Whether you seek solace in the calming embrace of amethyst or wish to dance with the vibrant hues of turquoise, our collection holds the key to unlocking your inner magic if you allow it to be so. Visit us today and discover the pendant that speaks to your soul. Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where the beauty of our amazing earthy realm meets the magic of the cosmos.
Hey there, Hunter. Go check out our friends at Colorado Custom Game Calls. They are all about creating a high-quality, custom, unique game calls at an affordable price. They are here for hunters that can't and won't pay upwards of $180 to $200 per game call. They pride themselves on giving their customers the opportunity to not only purchase an affordable and high-quality call, but to customize their game call to their liking. So listen up and go check them out. That's www.coloradocustomgamecalls.com. They got calls for all type of game, and all the game calls can be custom made to your own likeness. That's www.coloradocustomgamecalls.com. Tell them Matthew sent you from the Matrix Minds.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again.
Alrighty, yeah. Here's where we start to have some fun. Yeah, no doubt. Where we have some fun. Where I'm going to go over here into the chat. And I'm going to... Well, I say, I'm going to war dial that lady right there. Yeah. The one that says, I've been lurking the chat. She's been in, man. She's been around, I do believe, since even Mr. Mike Pyle has. She's just been either in the back sleeping, she's been lurking, she's been listening. It's funny. She's like, I even know Matt's voice. Oh, excellent. Excellent. So let's do that. I'm gonna go over there. Just go to my messenger real quick. So Miss Barbie Pyle, Mike, me and Mike are Sky. I know you guys are because the kids. God, I know. Let me read right real quick what you said. I'm scared right now because the kids hit you in the hurricane again, staring at each other over the Oscars. I just would pray. Oh man, honey, I'm gonna call you. We'll discuss what you wrote if that's what you wish to talk about. But nevertheless, ringing you, Miss Pyle, coming at you. Come on, come on. Come on, Miss Barbie. Pick up the phone, Barbie. Please. I'm trying. Yeah. Did not answer. Am I supposed to call her again to try? Now she's calling me back. Yes. 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 Yes.
Hello?
Hello? All right. There we go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Come on, Barbie. What are you doing? Barbie. Let me call you back. Hang on. Don't call me. Call you back. No, let me call you because no, let me call you. There we go. No. This isn't that hard. I'm trying. Come on. Oh, boy. There we go. Now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm sorry it does this even with Mike. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? You're not holding your damn...
Can you hear me?
You're not holding your damn tongue right. You make spoke signals or...
Hello?
I can hear you.
Are you there?
Yes, I can. All right. There. Don't move. Right?
I'm not moving.
I just tossed out a smoke signal. It says, hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Ha!
Whoever can hear me, I'm sorry.
You're good. It's all right. All right. We got you. What's up, man? I was reading your comment. I didn't get a chance to. I was gonna read it, but yet I'm like, you know what? Just talk to me. Just talk to me. You guys talk to me.
My dog ran off that day that we were gonna both go out together. Go back out on the road. We'd been gone for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Stayed home for a couple weeks. No big deal. Like I said, I'm, a country girl. I don't need a whole lot, and I really don't. And maybe it was a saving grace because, he ran off that day and it started thundering and lightning. He don't like that and he got confused and I found him. Well, I came back out for one, last run to see if I could find him and I found him. But I'm glad I did because my power went off and I was without power for a week and I was running everything off a generator. I haven't had to go grocery shopping or anything really since then. I ran off that generator, kept my deep freezer and my refrigerator running, didn't have no water, but I had drinking water, and I still kept, going on with it, and I still haven't had to go grocery shopping.
Well,
and I still don't have to go grocery shopping because, I kept, things going like it was.
Country girls can survive.
But also, too, really, if you don't, being out on a truck, too, when you don't get used to, being at home, having all your creature comforts, you get used to it, okay?
Yeah, I know
so you don't need all that.
No.
Everybody really thinks they need all that, but you don't need that. I don't, I like my phone. We like our little bit of TV, but I haven't seen TV until I came home for 3 months. And I don't have a computer in front of my face, and I don't have all this in front of my face, and I still make it work.
Right.
I don't go get my nails done, my hair done, and all that. I don't need all that.
Barbie,
because you know what?
You said it wrong. I don't go get my nails did or my hair did.
Yeah, but I'm saying, all them, I'm just simply saying I don't need all that.
No, ma'am,
I need my money. I need my money.
Right.
Okay, and I need what in the bottom end, I don't need all that. It doesn't make or break me.
Right.
What I need is just to be able to survive.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
And so everybody else, those other women, they might need all that, but I just don't really need that because, it's not that I'm ugly or something's going on with me. I just don't need that. I don't carry pocketbooks and purses and have 50 pairs of shoes like that. But I can. I just don't need them.
Right.
I don't need it.
I know you. I know.
I mean, why do I need all that?
Look, these guys don't know. These guys don't. A lot of, actually, none of them. None of them really know about you. I mean, they don't know that you were.
I know they don't,
raised,
and that's okay.
The way you were raised, where you were raised. You know,
They don't understand that the way it's not, it's a way of life.
Right.
I do have the same things that everybody else has. I just don't need it as much as they do.
Right.
Okay. And that's the sad part about it is they've got so used to it. And that's why I don't understand, a lot of those on there. You have so much fucking time on your hands, or you whatever. Do you have a life except for sitting in front of a computer or a TV and watching this and that and the other? And I know it's what you do, okay, because it's your business to do it, all right? Now, that's different.
Shit.
Okay, but I mean, goddamn, do they not have a fucking life?
No, a lot of people don't have a life. A lot of them, not a lot.
I mean, goddamn.
I'm not talking.
Do they not fucking literally have a fucking life?
Here's the thing, okay? I could not run. And Charlene and a lot of these guys know that whenever I was running the broadcast and driving truck, I was burnt out. I was literally spent, dude. I couldn't do it. Because my day started at 5 o'clock in the morning. My day started at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was back home at 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. That's my day. That's my day.
Now, look, me and Mike were gone for goddamn 3 months, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And, you see where I'm going with that, okay? And even though we were home for 2 fucking weeks, we still had to goddamn, do shit around here.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't fucking end. But I'm like, goddamn, man, these goddamn people, they run through the fucking night.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you bitches even sleep? What kind of crack are you on? Hell, I'm just up because I'm worried about our fucking kids right now. But goddamn, what kind of fucking crack are y'all bitches running on?
All right, I'm going to have to tame your mouth down a little bit or they will boot me off of here. I'm serious.
Oh.
Just a little bit?
Oh.
Rein it in a little bit.
Okay, I'm just simply saying, what are they on? Serious to God.
Here's the thing. A lot of the brains, I don't talk with everybody up in the chat. I know right now everybody up in here they got jobs, they've got lives. But the majority of people on Facebook, like you're talking about, they don't. A lot of them, whenever I'm doing research and shit, it's like I don't know how they survive.
I mean, but I'm trying to be honest about it too, because I'm an honest person in real life. It's kind of like right now I'm stressed out about our kids and our grandkids. And, I get, and it doesn't bother me, but I'm like, good God almighty, man. I mean, do they sleep?
Right.
What are they, zombies?
Barbie, where are they at? Where exactly where exactly the kids? I almost called them babies. Where are the kids at?
They're like in Tampa.
Oh,
Pinellas.
Shit.
They're right there in the path. Orlando. They're right smack in the middle, and they just got out of one last week that I came through.
Right.
Without having power, and they're right in it again. The law enforcement even said, hey, if you could possibly move some debris out of the way, that would be of a great service. Well, I think I'd leave it in the way.
Wow.
Honestly, I mean, how are you going to move it when it's still sitting there? And they can't move it either.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true. So Mike's kids, his sons and his daughter and our grandkids are right smack right in it again, and they're right in dead in the middle of it right now. They're Orlando, Pinellas, Tampa, all of them, they're right there. So, yeah.
Where's Mike?
And Bradenton, they have nowhere to go.
Well, yeah, see, right at this point, there's not anywhere to go. I mean,
and look, they're landlocked now. Think about it. They're landlocked.
Mm-hmm.
They can't run anymore. Where are they going to run if they're even sitting on the highways, which they are? And most of them have probably run out of gas because there ain't no gas to really be had. They're sitting right there. So that's where they're at.
Let's talk about that for a second. And a lot of people don't realize just how much fuel that a tractor trailer carries. Okay. For us being in a semi, okay, sitting in now, I'm telling you right now, I have been in Buffalo, New York, stranded, can't move, in a winter storm for 14 and 18 hours straight. Okay, I have idled.
Okay.
I have idled for that long on the side of the road, waiting for people to the city to, or excuse me, the state to come through and plow. No, that's not normal for me, because whenever I'd come out of Buffalo, I would usually be loaded to the point where I was like 50 to 53,000 pounds on the deck. Okay, I would push snow with my bumper. So for me to be stranded, you're talking that the snow was fucking deep. Okay. So nevertheless, there were cars that were stranded there that were running out of fuel. This is kind of the same situation minus snow. A lot of people don't realize.
Okay, and see, this is where, actually that truckers actually have, the advantage over them, because they can carry 200 gallons of fuel at one time. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go to this.
And I'm just saying.
No, this is
but
real.
They don't have to completely idle the whole time. They can shut down. And if they have an APU, if they're a company driver, then they can just, run off of that. But still, they're going to have to crank up their truck to power up their batteries, because if they don't, it's going to run down.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, see, we can only go for so long doing that. We might hold 200 gallons of fuel, but they're talking about now with this going on, that they're going to be without power down there
for weeks,
for several days.
I've heard weeks, but okay.
Yeah, weeks. Actually, it's weeks. Okay. And now I can't even, if I wanted to, or if me and Mike wanted to, we can't go down in there, because they're only going to let emergency vehicles or people come in that's going to be able to help out. Not people, coming in to help others out. Emergency people.
Right.
So FEMA, trucks might be able to come down, but they got to come back out. So how are we going to come in and out?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, we're talking gridlock.
So look, we're talking about like 95. That's on the very far east coast. 95, I-4. Right. And 75, and then I-10 goes across.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back and forth across. Okay, so you got 4 that goes across over to 95 from the 75, and there you go. So you're landlocked right now. You're landlocked.
75 runs down to 95, right top side of Jacksonville. So 95
it does. Look, hang on. Wait a minute. It does to a certain point, okay? Then it turns, it does take its turn. So you come down off of 75, you got 95, and it'll come down. But there is a point where you're going to hit 10.
Right.
All right, that
of
comes
course.
all the way across the arm of Florida. But it's still, I know my highways, and you know I know my highways.
I know.
Okay?
I'm running through the map,
They're
the
landlocked
atlas
right now.
in
They're
my
actually
mind.
landlocked right now. They're landlocked right now at this point. And it's scary.
Sure is
because
scary.
they're all landlocked.
So let's talk about.
See, even Mike, he's so worried right now too. He is very worried.
What are we gonna do if they didn't listen to me? If the kid, it sounds like they did the same damn thing that a handful of my family and my friends did the same thing. They're like, I'm staying. What the hell? We've done this before. I'm just gonna stay.
Well,
here.
they didn't have to stay. They just didn't, They think it's the same thing as usual, like Mike and them used to do.
Right.
Back in the day, they had hurricane parties. But it's not funny now.
No, it's not funny.
It's not even nowhere remotely funny. Yeah, it kind of petered out just a little bit. It went from a category 5 and it dropped to a 3. But they had tornadoes and stuff hit before that.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So it's not, it's no big, scat. I can take, a tornado any day because tornadoes, there's a lot of water, but it's more wind than water. And I can take that.
Right.
But a hurricane, it just keeps producing water in the aftermath.
Right.
Water upon water. Too much water will kill you.
Well, yeah. Look at East Tennessee and North Carolina. I literally cannot
North
believe.
Carolina is still, maxed out.
You betcha. You betcha. Them guys.
They're still maxed out. Okay, and that's true. They're still maxed out, and that's sad. And they, they were flying power poles over the top of me in these mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, whoever can hear me, y'all are hearing that right now. They were flying them over the top of my property, flying them into these mountains.
That's right.
That's how deep it was over here. And it wasn't even floodwaters. That's just because of the winds that came through. And that's a rarity for us because we are sitting in the valley of these mountains. So that should tell you something right there. All right? I'm sitting in the valley of mountains, and it was so bad that they were flying power poles in, and they had the arms on them. The only thing that wasn't on them was the wires, and they were flying them in by helicopter over my property.
Mm-hmm.
Into these mountains. So there y'all go.
I was one of them kids.
And a country girl can survive.
I was one of them kids that would grab a well, here's the thing. You've heard me say that my family owned literally back in the day, thousands of acres of West Virginia territory. I was one of them kids that literally would start a DCAT 9 dozer with my family and clear what's known as a power line right of way. Of course, you know what a right of way is. Well,
of course I do.
Well,
it comes there. I got a right of way through my property.
All right, I get it. So once we cleared the power line right of way, I remember watching them fly in the telephone poles and set them after we've cleared the right of way. Dude, I was real. Oh my God, I was 11, 12 years old.
And I'll tell you this, my kids, ever since, and my kids, are older than yours, but his kids are too. But anyways, his kids would not know how to run any piece of equipment that my kids can run or I can run. They wouldn't know how to get on a tractor and start it up to run their soul. They can run, lawnmowers, even like lawn equipment, but no, they wouldn't know, but my kids do. Okay, they grew up on that, and they know how to hunt, and they know how to fish. Okay, and that is what is going to, make or break a lot of folks. My girls, they even know how to can their own food and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what's going to make or break people. They need to, instill that still, that people need to know that you need to know how to do these things, because you're not always going to have people like us around who can keep showing you.
It was,
You're
Barbie, like Socrates said earlier in the chat, it is now us, the alpha generation, trying to carry and teach this new generation. Because if we don't, they're done. They're going to die.
See, and that's one thing I will say about my girls. Okay, my kids, and I don't really kind of know really about how, but they're cityfied. Okay, they always been cityfied. Mike's kids have, but my kids grew up straight in the mountains in the country, and my kids can do it. Okay, for a fact, my kids will always be able to do it. They will carry anybody with them that they can. They know how to hunt.
Take care of
them.
them.
They know how to fish, and they can do it. And my kids, they grew up that way because I grew up that way, and I didn't make them, rely on the city. They've lived in the mountains all their life. They don't know nothing else. They will go to the city, and they will visit the city and whatever, but they will never live in the city, ever. They've always lived in the mountains, and that's how it should be.
The concrete jungle ain't for a lot of people. It was
no, but I didn't deter them from it. Okay, they just didn't grow up in it, and it made them better people. To be quite honest with you, because they didn't get corrupted. They didn't get corrupted.
Right.
See, corruption starts, their minds to ticking and spinning, and they forget what really made, them truly grounded. They're not grounded.
Right.
They get corrupted. If like my oldest daughter, she does live in New York, but she got corrupted.
Ew.
She likes to bounce around. She likes, to do this and that and the other. But she's not grounded like my other kids are. Okay? They're grounded to the mountains, and they understand actual true living and helping each other. They don't, just fly off the backs of everybody else like that. They understand that they don't have the money to do that, and they have to stay where they know they can stay. They got to live within their means.
Right. No, of course.
See, it's like this too. Listen, here's another thing I've told people all my life. You can't live like a king on pauper's pay. Okay? You can float that for a little bit, but hey, we all live on pauper's pay.
But whoa. Wait a minute. I am who I am. I grew up on, slaughtering our own hogs. I grew up where in a small town, we literally would close school for a week, and that would be Thanksgiving week for deer season. We would not go to school because they closed school. Okay? It depends on the style of living, okay, that you regard as king's living. Because to me, as long as I've got bacon and I've got a deer burger and I've got, I don't know, maybe a cold beer every now and then.
But I'm just simply, saying, I've always wanted to tell everybody that anybody who wants to, you can't don't try to live with outside your means. Just
right,
stay
of
who
course.
you are. Be original to who you are.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely.
Be 100% true to who you are. I'm a country girl. I was born in the mountains, and I'm going to die in these mountains, and I'm okay with that. And that's fine with me. But I'm not going to live, acting like I'm something that I'm not, too.
Right.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm living all right. I'm living within my means. But don't try to act like you're living a king's life on pauper pay. These people, that's why they're in debt or why they have so much going on, and they don't have nothing, is because you're living with outside your means.
I've got neighbors.
And that's a fact.
I've got neighbors right now that are going through this. Literally. And I'm like, they asked me and Melissa how I'm making it, because they know I'm no longer driving. Barbie, I'm not making what I used to make at all, nowhere even remotely close. I used to bring home $1,200 a week, between 8 and 12 a week. Okay, I do not. And this is me working, doing neighbor work. I sometimes drive for Zach from time to time. I barely make my own self, okay, between $300 and $500 a week, $300 and $500 a month. My bad, because of just what I do.
And see, that's another reason why me and Mike try to, he had me join, so that way we could just throw in an extra 10 or whatever.
Honey, I love you. I love you guys for that, and I do every dime.
I know it ain't much, dude. I know it's not much, but we try to help,
Every single subscriber, dude, adds up, Barbie. Every single
you know what?
It does.
I wish that you would start making some more stupid necklaces again. It ain't stupid, but make them up, and I'll buy the motherfuckers.
Honey, I love you. But here's the thing. I can't rely on just all of you, just a handful of you, okay? This broadcast, really, if Facebook would come on and let up off of me, this broadcast at one time, Charlene said it reached millions upon millions of people. Okay, it reached. I can literally show you.
I do know her name.
Mm-hmm.
Is she the one that does the CBD? Is that who that one is?
No, that would be Tina Danley. Miss Tina. Tina's my CBD girl.
Okay.
Charlene's been with me for years upon years upon years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike told me about her. Yeah, that's right.
She is my what I would call my child protection advocate. Okay? She is literally the one that fights for the children I got to be careful with what I say and how I say it, because I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, I understand that too. Believe me, when I tell you I do understand that,
yes,
there's a lot of, stuff going on, and I can, completely understand that, all right? I know.
She's a frontline.
I've seen my fair share. I even seen something out on the road, and I know that even Mike told you about it, where I thought, that it was a driver, and I still sincerely think, that something was going on. And the cops even said that they'd had a call about that same truck a week prior to that.
Look,
with those two girls, okay? I know something was going on. I know. I see with my eyeballs. Okay, I'm not blind.
Barbie. Just out of shits and giggles, would you tell me what you had to sign as a regulation to get in the truck with Mike? And that would be a company like who Mike drives for. I'm not going to say the name, but just the circumstances.
Okay.
Tell them the shit you had to go through just to ride and be with Mike, and you to be the wife of Mike.
Okay, so the life of being, on the road with Mike, every week I have to, a fee comes out for me to be able to be in that truck. Okay, I can't ride in that truck without permission, and I have to sign a document, a waiver every year. I have to be insured.
That's right.
Okay, to be in that seat, in that passenger seat. But here's what's going to kick it for y'all. Okay, so I have a life insurance policy on that truck, and so does Mike. Now, Mike can sign over everything to me, which is over $1 million to me. But my life insurance policy, I can't sign over to him. And the reason why is because, let's say, you know, which is so retarded, but it is what it is. Let's say that he deliberately, you know, makes it to where I get hurt or I get killed or something happens to me. So I can't sign over my money to him. Even if he survived, my money will not go to him. So I can't give my money over to him. So all the money that is, I have to be paid to stay on that truck every week. And it's about, you know, over $100 a week for me just to ride in that seat.
That's right. It's called it's called a beneficiary extension insurance policy. That is the waiver
but
that you had to sign.
I can't give my money to him.
No.
So if I was to, you know, I can't sign it to him. Nope, cannot. Even though we're married, I cannot give the money to him. I have to give it to somebody else.
So this is where, whenever she was talking about this like weird little incident, even Mike's like, he's like, when's the last? It's funny because Mike's like, first damn thing he jumped on the phone with me, Barb. He's like, when's the last time you seen a Swift driver with two little girls in the truck? I'm going, wait, well, what? Immediately, dude, bells and whistles went off on my head. I'm like, you give me the number off of that truck. Do you remember that? I know you remember that.
I do remember that exactly. I still have the pictures.
You give me the number off that fucking truck because I'm telling you, I will call Swift. That shit don't happen.
Exactly. I actually had the damn cops come there.
I know you did.
You know, but hey, you know, what more can I do? I can't do no more than that.
No, honey, you guys did what you did. You did all you could do.
I mean, it's true.
For sure.
Okay, but see, Mike, I can't give him my money. But if something was to happen to Mike on that truck, everything goes to me.
Right.
I just can't turn around and give it to him. Now that's crap.
Check this out.
That's bull hockey.
Check this out. When I used to, you're aware. I don't know how long you've been in the trucking industry with Mike Azar this way, but I know like years ago, whenever I used to contract loads out what was called Great Lakes. I'm sorry. Oh shit. I can't even think of it. They contracted. I know you've seen the Maverick trucks.
Yeah, Maverick Trucking Company. Yeah,
right.
Maverick.
They're all flatbeds. The majority of them were all flatbeds at the time.
Yeah, at the time they were, but they've gone to, you know, van, you know, as well.
So here's the thing. Melissa, I was an owner operator. I owned nine trucks. None of my guys, none of them. They could be. I had a guy in check this shit out. I had a guy in Brownsville, Texas, stuck there for almost a week until I literally deadheaded his ass up out of there. We deadheaded him all the way back to Houston. And then from Houston, he went from Houston up to almost St. Louis, Missouri on my bill. St. Louis, Missouri was the closest heavy haul that I could.
Are you on your own personal phone or is this Facebook?
No, I called you on Facebook Messenger.
Hey, can you call me on my phone number so that way, you know, we could just talk in general so that way you don't get You know, because I got some things I really want to say that maybe you could bring out too, and in your your group, but not pull me in, but say in general, because I've seen a lot of stuff, and I don't
know.
want you to get cut off.
Look, y'all pay for this broadcast. If you want to share it, share it. If you don't, then don't. I mean,
I've seen a lot of things as well as Mike has, and it's not like we turn a blind eye,
right?
You lurk,
but you document shit. I get it. I totally get it. So here's Bob. Here's what we're gonna do. Is let's just after not after the broadcast, because my voice is about toast. Okay,
mine is too, and I've been crying, and I'm watching this, and it's fixing to come in. So, like I said, I just, there is documents I have to sign. Like every year, I have to renew my lease or renew my, ride on the truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a once a year thing. But I still have to do the same, and I have to sign it, and it has to be, so that's how it is. You just don't ride on there.
No.
And not just anybody can ride with you. It's not like, even though we're considered owner-operators, you can't just have anybody on there because they're a liability.
Damn straight.
Okay?
What I never got to say was whenever we were contracted under a Maverick load, okay, the wife couldn't, even the wife couldn't do it. So whenever I was on a load board, whenever I told you I deadheaded a guy from Houston all the way to just below Joplin, Missouri in St. Louis. Okay?
Oh, shit.
I'm not shitting you. When you got a heavy haul trailer, here's the thing. The extension axles, okay, or the weight axles, literally fit on the deck of the trailer. Okay? I used to run heavy haul a lot.
Huh.
So the majority of my load was already on my trailer. Okay?
You can't slide those tandems because you don't have tandems to slide.
Right. So again, whenever I've got not only my four, okay, my four axles on my heavy haul trailer, I've got another four on the trailer. So I'm looking for freight that Maverick contracts, okay, that would pay upwards to $9 a mile. Okay? So whenever you get into that kind of weight class, you can't there is nobody but the driver, okay, the driver and or maybe the escort pilot, but to the load. That's it. Once you sign that contract and the pilot car comes off of your trailer, nobody fucking rides with you. Nobody.
No. Now, I haven't went through that, okay, but I do understand weight.
Yeah.
I do understand that. I do understand, flatbed, piggy tail. I call it piggybacking, I understand that.
Right.
We've never done it, but I do understand what you're talking about, too.
The heaviest.
And that blows. Because, then they also, if you're too high or, you're overweight, like on certain areas, they got to direct you off, and you got to come back out on the other side.
You want to hear a bitch? Let me share a bitch with you. I'm going to bitch for a moment because if I remember right, oh my God. Okay. A special permitted route. Okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The weight class I carried freight in, I was governed here's the thing. Whenever we ease for a permit, it's called easing for a permit. Okay. I gotta call the state and I gotta buy the special permit. I gotta give them the weight class. I gotta give them the dimensions of it, blah, 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 blah. And these permits range anywhere from literally $300 upwards to $5,000, okay? And it can keep going. The height.
Yeah, and that depends on which fucking state you're going to as well. I know what you're talking about.
Through. I remember up on I-90, I got routed with about a 315,000 pound load. Okay, and the state police were with me. Okay, we had to rent 2 police. I had a front escort, a back escort, including my pilot car. Okay, do you have any idea how long it took me to go 300 miles?
You know what? As a matter of fact, I got to ask you a stupid question. It's not a stupid question. Here we go. Now we're going to go in reverse. Where the hell do you get these pilot cars from, and how much do they cost, and where they, how much you got to pay them?
Well, that's the thing. A pilot car can be on a load board, okay?
I'm just asking. I mean, we see all these goddamn pilot cars.
But if you check this out, if you being Mike's wife and Mike being, let's say, a low boy heavy hauler, okay? You guys run as a team, okay? Literally, you and Mike can take out as a team. You got your heavy haul trailer. Your car is your car's on the back of his trailer. You guys are now chasing freight with a pilot car and a heavy haul trailer. So Mike don't have to go on the load board and search for a pilot car because he's got Babe riding with him. She's got the keys to the car. There's the pilot car. Okay.
Okay, but I also have to determine how high that load is too, right?
No, because that's all.
Well, with our company, we haul, our company, we haul wings and stuff.
But it's on the board. That shit should already be predetermined based upon the height of a normal deck. Okay, a normal deck height, sometimes these decks are required a low boy. You know what a low boy?
Yeah, well, we have that too. We have it. We have it all.
Right.
But still, wouldn't I be required to, have, to know how high it is?
It's on the freight. It's on the regulation. It's on the freight regulation. Whenever you purchase or whenever you buy, here's the thing: when you buy the manifest off of the load board, okay, because you literally buy the load, okay. You buy into. I know you don't know. You might not know this, but you buy into the load. Once you buy the load,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know about heavy haul or anything like that, but I was wondering about pilot cars. How do they get paid?
They come out of your paycheck. They come off the top. They come off the top.
All right, that's what I'm saying. But don't they have to know, if you're like extremely high? Well, why they have those sticks up on the front. I know why they do, to make sure they're not going to, go under an overpass, that's going to, restrain them.
Now we're talking 2 different things. We're talking a pilot car and a chase car. Okay, the chase car is also a pilot car, obviously. Okay. Besides, sometimes you'll see these fucking loads.
Well, like I'm saying, just help me to kind of understand, because I see them, and I'm wondering, you got one in front and they're way the fuck up.
Look,
past that one who's coming through that heavy haul or that, oversized, and they're way up there, and they're going to be sitting there or whatever, and then you got one behind.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, there's also what's known as a max capacity load. Okay, a max capacity load requires four main things. It requires a front state policeman, a pilot car with whatever restriction like height, width, whatever, behind the front policeman. State police, okay, a chase car with another state policeman. That is what's called a max capacity load. Okay, you're gonna get.
They don't even do that shit no more.
All right, well
like that
now. I'm just telling you, the loads. That load will absolutely pay you between Well, back in the day, it was $40 to $75 and up per mile.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm sure they're probably getting that,
now,
as of whatever. I don't know, though.
A max
I'm just
capacity.
simply saying I see it a lot. Me and Mike do. They have this chase car in the front or whatever, and they'll have one in the back maybe, but all they've been doing is putting oversized
All right, so check
on
this
the
out.
back and the front.
That shit didn't
And
fly
some
back in the
lights
day,
on
dude.
their trailers.
Don't fly no more. Back in the day, it did not fly. They wanted every single bit of revenue they could possibly get.
No.
I'm
what
serious.
they're doing now is they're doing one, vehicle way up, okay, with a stick on it, okay, off, hanging on its hood, or whatever.
For
and
over
maybe
height.
another one behind it, and they're doing this. They're just putting lights on there and oversized stickers. Oversized. And that's what they're doing now.
Right.
That's how it's going. It's really kind of scary because, it makes you wonder why these, of course it doesn't make you wonder either why these bridges and overpasses are getting damaged.
Oh,
because
man. Well, yeah, dude. Some of these and this is what I was about to tell you. Kristen Harding said, well, how long did it take me to run 350 miles? Okay, and let me get to that. A 315,000-pound load, whenever I ordered my Ohio and Pennsylvania permit, there were like multiple bridges that the state routed me on, and you have got to literally stick to the permit. Okay,
and you got to go over the overpasses, the bridges. You got to move around it.
But you can't. You sometimes can't. So whenever
you cannot.
So this is the thing. Whenever you are that heavy, the bridges themselves can't compensate the weight. So again,
they cannot, and she's right.
It's up to
or
you,
whatever,
Barb. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to the policeman to notify me. Look, I understand we're going to go off permit or reroute as per se. It took me
because you have to.
I've got to. It took me, I think, 16 hours. 16 hours to run from Cleveland, Ohio, just on the other side of the PA, almost the Jersey line. Okay, because of what I'm telling you. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely 100% ridiculous. And I'll tell you right now, that's why we won't do heavy haul. We can do it, and we would make a buku money, but
Right.
Mike is fixing to be 65 years old, and I'm fixing to be close to 50. I ain't climbing up there doing that crap. No, thank you.
Right.
No, thank you. Okay.
The liability, Barbie, is absolutely it's ridiculous. And Tina Danley asked a question, something about, do you guys, if you drove the pilot car, can you double dip on the load? Of course. That means that, that would be like Barbie's been the lumper, probably, on many loads, maybe, right? Have you helped unload? Did you?
Oh, yeah, I do. I've done that many times,
right.
But I don't get a lumper out of it.
Okay, but here's the thing. At some point, this is why a lot of us went to DC to fight the lumper laws, the transparency in all of the freight. Okay, I'm just telling you, listen to me, because this is why my own ass went to DC. Is because of fuel regulations, lumper laws, state fees, state permit, you name it. If you there's a surcharge built into that freight bill, the manifest, that covers if they know, Barbie, if they know that the load is going to require a lumper. Okay? You now have got a lumper fee in the manifest, in the freight charge.
Like if they want a lumper, which they don't do.
Right.
But, they still do it. But I don't touch nothing unless I have to. But with Walmart,
Oh,
sometimes it gets iffy.
Fucking Walmart. Walmart is a joke. I can't stand.
You know, I mean,
stand that place, dude. Especially the distribution centers. I can't. You. God bless Mike for doing the dedicated Walmart run.
but it's true. I mean, like, you know, he just had done his first, you know, refrigerated load where I'd been doing it for, you know, all this time. He asked me about the bulkheads. He said, so how do I do it? And I tried to explain it to him. I did.
Right.
But thank God the guy that, you know, when he got there, he knew how to do it, because Mike didn't know how to really do it. It's not his fault. I'd been doing it for so long. You know?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's where me and Mike are like, you know, we're a team.
Sure.
He does his thing, I do mine. And I know this aspect, and he knows. Mike's good with numbers. Mike is a number genius. When I say Mike, he's an accountant too. So Mike, he knows his truck driving. He knows his, you know, Mike has his, you know, thing. I have mine. All right. So I know this and he knows that.
Right.
So we're like yin and yang, and we just mesh together. I'm not the brainiacs like y'all, okay? And I don't even pretend to act like I am. And that's true. And I'm fine with that. But I have my own purpose, all right? Everybody in this world has their own purpose. Well, my purpose is that I'm a book junkie, all right? But I also have my own, you know, areas too. But Mike is a number junkie. Mm-hmm. See, that's where, you know, y'all would get all jumbled up with Mike, because Mike, he grew up in a Catholic school, but Mike is a number junkie. All right.
Yep.
But I'm not. I am terrible at math, but I'm good at, you know, history, things like that. And Mike hates to read, where I don't. I love books.
Yeah.
So that's why I have a library. But, you know, it's funny that he likes to read everything that y'all, you know, y'all write, you know, or read everything on a phone, but he won't read a damn book to save his soul. That's what's so funny about
Mike
that.
Pyle,
I
you
read.
Stubborn ass.
He is. He will read everything on a phone, or what he has to do, and whatever y'all are writing or saying, but he won't read a stupid book to save his soul.
Right.
I try to throw it at him. Hey, read this book. He's like, oh, bullshit. And that's what he says too, bullshit. And that's how he does.
All right, Miss Barbie. Look. It's we're out coming up on 3.5 hours. I am hoarse. My throat hurts. My chest hurts.
All right. I gotta watch this. What's going on? Because it's coming in now. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
That was quick. All right. She's like, I'm out. Oh shit! I love you, Barbie. All right, man. Mr. Mike Pyle, if you're I don't think you're willing to chat, but she's absolutely wonderful. You guys both take care of yourselves out there, man. It seems like she's got him. She's definitely got Mike. All right, Brainiacs. I'm gonna jump out of here with you guys. It's top 3.5 hours. Whoa, boy. Miss Tina says, I bet it's the black and white print. I can read books either. I read. I read. I got my own little library. Indeed, I love to read. Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. All right, Miss Morgan sending love. Kristen, yeah. Yes, absolutely, Miss Barbie. She's gonna now that I don't have her on here, she's gonna be eyes glued to the damn TV, I've got to check up on her. I'll text her and keep track of her. Make sure she's gonna be all right. She'll be all right. Hopefully the kids are safe. Brainiacs, I have absolutely enjoyed this broadcast with you. I really have. I don't even know what the hell to rock you guys out of here with. Any idea? We'll do Lost and Found. Lost and Found is about friends. Alright? Lost and Friends. It's about friends. Sticking together, being together, having one another's back, yada, yada, yada. That's what we'll do. Let's play Lost and Found on the way out of here. That being said, Brainiacs, I will catch you here on Friday night. I'm going to try my best to come up with a topic that's really, really good. I'm gonna dive into some Jordan Maxwell content. You know what I mean? That probably perked Larry Hawkins' ears. I know Larry is a big Jordan Maxwell fan. I was a big Jordan Maxwell fan. We lost a great mind. Miss Katie Schultz says goodnight. Good night to you, sweetheart. Take care of yourself. I hope every one of you guys has a great night. And again, thank you for participating with me and being with me here on the Matrix Minds. You guys take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and I will catch you here on Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock West Coast Time, as long as I don't get worse. I hope. Just send me some love, y'all. I should be all right. Should be all right. Again, everybody down there in Florida, as well as probably the southern tip of Virginia. I don't know, man. I know probably Virginia's going to get some of it. So you guys just, again, cannot say this enough. Eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, you guys please just keep them in your prayers. Hear me? Because they're going to need it. With that being said, you guys take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We'll be out of here. Good night, everybody. Crank it up, man. Ready? Here we go.
Lost in the dark night, can't see the way out. Pain and confusion, tears all around.
Yeah, hold on, baby. Yeah.
Holding on tightly,
I need you guys. I truly do.
seems so distant.
If you can find some spare pocket change, I shit you not, please. Smash that subscribe button, Brainiacs. We all do. Yeah, babe.